substantial against the DP, and EG are the ones who have to run. Pretty nice against all these spellcasters. Trying to catch out Whisper top lane. Lasso is there, and the down from Dyrachyo trying to kill him off, but a Timber Chain and the arrival of C-Smile slows things down. Wanted to chase Dyrachyo, and Whisper getting some revenge, but Game of Gladiators, they are all here. Avalanche toss, Whisper about to die. The Bolt Promise is there, and Panda keeps him alive. A killing spree for him as they dive in. C-Smile falls, but Dyrachyo dead.
Oh, look at this damage from Enchantress.
Sprites them all to death.
Have another one.
Radiant scanning off to the right, that turns red as well, so everybody knows the direction the opponents are coming from. Ricky starts with a sleeping dart, the jump in from Picard, no chrono yet. Tofu trying the avalanche
so low.
Ricky being focused down as Dyrachyo and Quinn straight onto him. Tofu and Matthew trading lives, and Quinn just trying to chase up here, but C-Smile keeping them at bay while Dyrachyo trapped in between 3 of EG, down to half health. They've got the bit of save and a buying time from the Yule. A.K.A looking to jump back in the Avalanche again, but there's a false promise from the Oracle. Aegis already claimed up as Dyrachyo blinking back to his side of the map. And the two-man chrono there, catching both supports. Quinn and Ace still on the outskirts though, doing an awful lot of damage here. And Picard is struggling to stick on a target. Celery with the Spirit Siphons, trying to roleplay as Boxy, but can't quite get the job done. And now Ace trapped in place. Quinn and Dyrachyo on this high ground, not able to rejoin the fight. EG will come out victorious.
Finished on Whisper, so double chakram.
Panda. False promise. Not going to help him out too much here.
Under attack.
Drag back into the flames of Quinn. EG looking to press into this enemy ancient spot where they do have high ground vision. Straight up chrono, catch Rubik and the edge. They need the damage onto Ace as quickly as possible, and Whisper will provide that. Blow up the Enchantress. She gets off a sprite, and the attendant's not going to heal her while Dyrachyo jumps on the Picard. DKB and full promise required to buy the time he needs. Time walks a little bit off, and now the Ursa kind of stuck here. Lift up, drag back, not saving you from Whisper's reinitiation. Very attentive EG, focusing the targets they need, and diving this tier 2 for the Rubik kill. The cherry on top.
Shard upgrade. Didn't even use the oh my god, he has a Force Staff and Ogre Shield Totem as well. With the shard plus time walk.
So much mobility.
The gap. They caught him.
Yeah, lassoed up, but the Urals make sure that the Ursa can't do the damage, and Picard saved by his team, allowed to chrono this Ursa. Now Ench arriving, and a stolen one. There's the Rubik coming in clutch. Everyone from EG stuck inside. Dyrachyo still dies. Timber Chain across, looking for Tofu now. Matthew trying to jump back in onto this Enchantress, but the lift to save. Celery keeps them at bay, allows Ace to keep doing damage while C-Smile and Whisper chasing this Enchantress. Get the pesky Fawn out of here. Catch a glimpse of the Oracle, find out where Panda's playing. Matthew back to the high ground as Quinn BKBs and moves up the ramp. Focusing for cards, he's got time walk off to the right. The chrono looks like a good one. They've killed Panda off though. Oracle is down, so no safety net. Dyrachyo getting blown up though. Has to buy back a chrono. Two of them trapped inside from EG, but Dyrachyo is about to die here. Quinn has already fallen, had to buy back himself. Whisper moving in. Celery stealing the Timber Chain. C-Smile nearly dead. The Hurricane Pipe pushes him back, and Ace blows up the Death Prophet now. Huckars getting tossed around near the Roach Pit, controlled up by the lift. Have they got the damage to finish him off? He time walks off to the left, and Whisper is back in again. Chakram missing, the Force Staff out of Tofu, getting the distance he needs, and the stolen Chakram, Celery chucks it back at the Timbersaw. They saw Matthews taking this outpost. They've got the vision through the gem of Quinn, and plenty of damage to bring the Ricky down. The Yule Scepter on 20 HP, just delaying the inevitable, buying time. No way he survives here. Surely no way he survives here, right? He's got Blink Strike, but nothing to blink to. Down the end ball in the mid lane, Whisper getting gone on by Tofu and Dyrachyo. EG, they know that multiple members of Game of Gladiators pretty distant away.
I'm always sad that you can't break Tiny. It would be so funny if it just shrinks. Double Abyssal, Lotus Orb.
That's it back. Tofu's in though with the Avalanche toss.
EG's alone here.
Is bringing 4 members to kill off Whisper. C-Smile going to go for the BKB TP. Dyrachyo trying to close the gap. Tofu and Ace here.
Thinking about it.
Goes straight for the chrono. Exo as well. They really want to kill Ace here. Gaming Gladiators rallying around the Enchantress. She's got off the BKB and the attendants. Enchantress with some more strikes could actually play her way out of this one. Tofu going to survive. Dragged away from Pakaz. And now they've moved back in onto the Faceless Void. He's going to try and time walk it off back to the False Promise, but now Panda, the target of choice for Tofu and Celery, has the Fate's Edict on him, so protected against the magic damage, while Pakaz and Smile chasing Quinn now. The Bat Rider gets turned on. This fight is dragging out forever as another chrono from Pakaz. Straight onto the Tiny and Ursa. Edge left jump, so the damage is lacking, and EG, they've done it now. Holding their high ground, coming out to play into the southern jungle and finding the Enchantress. A Yule from Matthew finds a bonus target. Celery's Rubik trying to flicker away, but doesn't get any distance. So Whisper. The additional bonus from the Halberd on ranged heroes.
Enchantress getting very close to her level 25.
Blink initiation. Ursa gets lifted and forced out away. Ace gets the attendants out, points back, but Pakaz just keeps on chasing. Chrono's up the Enchantress now. Looking to blow up Ace. There is buyback available, and of course, Ace in the hands of the Ursa still. DP caught inside that Chrono along with Whisper, unable to keep giving chase. Trying to blink and timber chain across. Might be able to get a catch with the side device. What is that? Is that flamethrower stolen by Rubik? Gets up to the high ground, away we head. Lots of expenditure here from EG. Chrono, Exo, still wanting to find more, but look, Lasso, Bat Rider.
That's another one.
Goes for the double lasso on the Faceless Void as Celery annihilated by Matthew and the Timbersaw in the back line. Comes with a double damage rune as well, and he walks straight into the middle of them. Lincoln's popped. He does get side. Ursa on him. The backup there from the Oracle. False Promise and the big Chrono. Bat Rider caught up in it. Quinn being battered into the ground. Dead for 2 minutes. Ace might be found as well, but they're going to go for the backline. Rubik being destroyed by Pakaz's Faceless Void. Time walks back in, looks for Ace, reverses it, rewinds, backs away. As Tofu splits the fight, multiple directions. Pakaz and Whisper find Duratio under the smoke screen, can't do anything, caught up and killed.
Now they're constantly disarmed both of the cores of Gaming Gladiators.
They can't do
deal
anything.
Damage.
Duratio finally gets to open up onto a target and he slept. He's hexed. Control for days on end. There's no end in sight, just being blown up and controlled everywhere. Duratio gets tossed across to the Oracle, but Panda even has to disarm his own. Gets the baiting out and the damage is down. Whisper with a double kill. Well, Ace
by Bat Rider. This can't be correct. Like that's one stick in a palm and then maybe like some Firefly damage, and EG's wanna close this one out. There are no buybacks available. This is game, Gary.
Yeah, looks like it. They'll try and glyph. Maybe Ace can sproik his way to a base defense, but it looks like EG have got this one in the bag now. A very close fought game one. Very tight battles. And it looked like Gaming Gladiators using their windows to perfection, but EG with these Chronospheres, the late game protection of the False Promise out of Oracle, and the itemization, hexing, darting, halberding, so much annoyance that Eng can't do a damn thing. She spends half the game in the sky.
Disarmed again.
Disarmed damage more. And GG is cold. EG take game one.
They disarmed the Enchantress. Mech on Io. There's gonna be a lot of sustain, and this.
Radiant's middle.
They want this first blood. They want Ace.
Go in on them with a rebound, catching profit. Damage from the TA and first blood grabbed by Pakaz. Come towards the top room spot and find a DD. Tofu faster with the fingers as Whisper has just solo killed Duratio.
Oh no, I was watching this top rune.
And Matthew, yeah, fighting with Panda and Sea-Smile. Now he lands a stun, catches Tusk unaware.
What a disastrous spot. Like I'm not sure why you're even stuck
Whisper?
there.
Tofu on his own couldn't do too much. Maybe with Quinn arriving now. Out down with the tag team, plenty of damage. Disposed though, stops Quinn's movement forward. This is all while Pakaz continues to get free farm and even goes for the solo kill. Ace close to death and he gets finished off. Sea-Smile taking large camp stacks. Might get jumped on here with a snowball, but the swashbuckle misses. Walrus Punch connects and the roll of thunder inside the shards gets them the kill. Now EG wanting to answer the aggression. Onslaught Trample finding Tofu. Tusk is pulverized.
13 and a half minutes into the game.
Could be nasty. Whisper is in a 1v2 situation, going straight for Celery. Let's see if he can. No tether available for him. EG starting to swarm. 3 heroes heading down to that bottom jungle. Matthew is alone for now, and that Wrath of Nature. Every 2 minutes he's got a new item. Dragonlance, Deso, Blink. Rebound in from Matthew. Drag back Tofu. So his Blink will be a little delayed now. as they go for yet another objective. Even trying to collapse on the enemy Ancient's high ground, looking for Celery. Finds his target. Ace. There we go with a stun connecting. Matthews in, control the Prophet. Got the trample damage. Snowball will press delay the death of the Tusk here. Take a little while longer for them to kill him off, but eventually he will fall.
He wants to be able to pick that one up, get a shard, most likely as his next item. Troll getting caught.
Yeah, they've got the snowball save. Let's see if EG can control the Troll, but handing, what, 300 gold over to the IO, in fact. That's Quinn. Trying to shield crash his way out of this. Whisper will still have the pulverizer. Melt strike, there it is. One hit kill. They come in with a Troll, Celery, tethered up to Duraccio, focusing onto Matthew, killing off the Marcy, while Panda and Whisper holding the line. Pakar's wanting to run away from this, doesn't want to battle into Gaming Gladiators anymore. Thinks about it though, jumps forward and kills the Troll. In his time, looks for Tofu now, a few more swipes out of this Deso. TA is going to find multiple kills, a mega kill for him so far, and he wants to go high ground for a double.
Your towers are going to die. Where's the follow-up?
This is not coming, is it? See Smile with Whisper, they're on top of this IO, pulverizing Celery, looking to finish him off, and they'll get the job done. And now Quinn, he's got one shield crash, but the damage from Picard is just
not enough.
So big.
Sitting on 1,400 gold, level 17.
And they're going aggressive in the bottom jungle.
Aggressive mid. He's going to solo kill him.
Tofu dying in the mid lane, straight up to Picard. Gets a wicked 6 streak with Matthew in this bottom jungle, found by Duraccio and Celery. Now in comes Whisper though. Looking for the control on Duraccio with C-Smile chasing forward. Rock throw is there, connects on one of the heroes. Quinn gets stunned, and the Split Earth comes. C-Smile turned on, Illusionary popped, and he's got that protection into the Ethereal Fall thanks to his Ghost Scepter. Forced that back,
7 seconds.
and now the Battle Trance with the Roll Thunder connecting. They're going to find C-Smile here. Kill off the ledge, and Games Gladiators correctly going to find Picard. Aegis is gone. He's got BKB though. No mana to play with. They need Whisper to protect the Templar Assassin as quickly as they can, but the root is there, and Duraccio with a double kill. Gaming Gladiators, they are destroying EG in this bottom jungle. And
like, I was watching him. He did kill Tofu. Oh, they're still not done.
They want Whisper out. Come back here. Primal Beast, where you going? Matthew jumps off to the left. He's going to get finished off by the spirits and the hits from Ace, while the punch from Tofu gives him the old left-right.
That one gold. C-Smile needs to be careful. Ghost Scepter will keep him alive for a while.
Yeah, very careful against this Troll. He wants Celery real bad, forces the mech early on. Whisper coming back in with a rock throw missing, sadly. Duraccio, 7 seconds for Battle Trance, and no BKB, so he'll die.
He is a ranged hero. This North is going to scout out Quinn.
Hello there, Pango. Global silence for him as well.
He knows. They will have to get it somewhere, so Gleipnir going to help out tremendously. C-Smile going for a solo.
Tofu has the snowball. Link on cooldown for a couple of seconds, and that damage spilling onto him, make sure there is no jump away. Whisper in the meanwhile, aiming bottom lane, connects the onslaught onto the Troll, and walks it back. Looks like Quinn knows what's up. Goes back to his own Ancients, connects onto Matthew. Rolling Thunder, trying to get into the backlines as well. Whisper being found with a Walrus Punch there. The Global to give the coverage and a 4-staff away.
Miss uphill.
Gets Whisper away from danger, and you're right, Quinn surviving on 100 HP. Now Ace the one in trouble though. The blink forward, the meld, the damage. Ace with the TP home survives while Quinn will die. Troll and Io still sticking around. The shard's blocking in Picard. Does he have the protection for his team to dispose to buy a bit of space and time? Picard's in the sprout now. Whisper comes across the trample. He's battering into Duraccio, pulverizing the IO, and it looks like Gaming Gladiator's going to get blasted out of this triangle. Relocate into Whisper.
My favorite snack, IO coming back.
Who's getting the kill?
Of this Pango, even harder. AC that you mentioned, coming out shortly. Needs a bit more time.
Oh, Quinn. Hello. Whisper's found him. I guess the trap gave a little bit of vision, so he throws the rocks at him. Dangerous territory for them to be walking up high ground.
Oh my God, almost gets one shot.
Oh God! He's not gonna die just yet, though. I don't know how much HP he left. Well, that was close. C-Smile has a 2-man splitter. In comes the snowball save. Tofu rolling forward onto the ledge, but now the pulverize blows up the Tusk. Duraccio battling forward onto Marcy. Celery's dead, and Picard's cleaning up. A couple of swift kills for him, and the double buyback from Gaming Gladiators. They need to get on top of these core heroes, but they're struggling. With the tether, the Trolls on the Primal Beast, but a slide away with a 4-staff, and in comes Picard again. So much raw damage, a double kill for C-Smile. Celery's going to relocate out of there.
That's 2 buybacks out of the map.
Smoke again.
They might catch him, let's see.
There's the jump. Wallace punch into the control, gets off his BKB though, and Whisper, he's back in, looking for Duraccio. They've saved for Cusp now, forced Snap up to the high ground and kills off Celery. No buyback on the IO. Quinn trying to get there with a Rolling Thunder, but the Hex in control with the Pulverize there. Duraccio's down. Buybacks available, but the rest of your team's being crushed. Whisper aiming for Ace, Panda not even dropping. And Ace is just going to have to turn around and fight mano a mano with Whisper, who tramples him down under the boot. And Duraccio, the Deso hits are flying into you. A little worried about
chances, and they're still flying.
They're still coming. Oh my god, he's nearly dead.
This is it, Gary. There is no coming back from this one. Your barracks are gone. You're going to be playing against Mega Creeps. 50 seconds without Nature's Prophet. No buyback on him, and Celery will call him.
That's it. It's over. GG comes.
Duraccio didn't even type anything. Just like space or something. Oh, it's on my screen. It doesn't say.
That's a GG over here. And the same thing in the lobby as well when they were asking the players to get ready.
Oh.
It's Cleavatar!
Boxy will be playing Snapfire, and Zai. 1 Gush, 1 Curse. Should be the kill.
Yeah, Battery Assault is there. Schofield's able to wrap around on him. Now he absolutely has to know that ward is there. Still going to lose.
They might de-ward it
to make that additional lane. Schofield, though. On top of Insania again. Battery Assault and Gush is an awful amount of damage here. And Crystal Maiden just can't.
And then Clockwork with boots, 1 Gush.
There's the kill.
Silence!
Dinger gets it. Down at bottom again. Custom Snapfire on top of K1. A snowball comes and it'll get the kill on the position 1. Nothing Stinger could do there to help his buddy. Might be dying himself, in fact.
Dark Mago got 2 CS in the last minute and a half. Very difficult.
Move again.
That's a move again.
Cookie into Scatter Blast. Boxy even going across to get the bouncer and down bottom. Even more gold flowing into Team Liquid, while Schofield nearly dead top. Zai does get the pick off on K1 bottom.
2 times. The one who has a lot of farm, like decent amount of farm, is Tidehunter with the Ring of Health. Ember Spirit's supposed to be that one guy. Never mind, holding that thought.
Yeah. It's a kill on Insania again, potentially. Under tower, Schofield goes.
This is like a guaranteed kill. He needs to have an HP, however. Brought the heal itself. Mid lane.
Nisha trying to protect it, gets it off to the right-hand side. Turns into
Resummons it.
Resummons, comes in, looks for the root. Dark Margo slipping away from danger, barely with his life. They'll move on to the Clockwork instead. Nisha, 1v2 situation, finding a kill, trades out. They'll bring in a hero mid to bottle refill. Blightstone and the Gloves of Haste, in fact. Zai finding the pick off on Stinger, who, stuck around in that bottom lane. Not where he wants to be, while K1 has evacuated the area. Nisha getting gone on. Remnant forward, and
that's
the Battery Assault
There's Ravage
turned on. They've got the Ravage onto Nisha. Insania coming in, but can't save his life. Okay, wanting the trade out here, and there are no remnants left for the Ember Spirit. So even though they lose the lone Druid, it's still a decent defense of that mid lane, and Ravage on cooldown means a big window for Liquid to exploit. They chase out Sacred with a cookie. Lacking a bit of damage here. Mickey didn't follow through on this, so a turnaround on Insania should find him thanks to Stinger's Silencer.
Wrath of Nature.
A couple of sneaky wards, we saw
Sacred
that.
bottom.
You alright?
Not really.
He's dead. The dive in mid. Nisha gets off the true form though. The bear is back up, a remnant away. Sleight of fist and safety for Dark Margo. Schofield, still level 4. The cookie on the bear puts him in place and holds him there with a root.
He did manage to recover. Fought Hand of Midas. Classic K1 move, snowball mid. Zai.
Yeah, punch out Dark Margo.
Yes, giving up Mask of Madness. I'm not really competent to talk about the item build.
And they've caught out K1 though. And again, they're situated 1 because Zai is lurking in the shadows, coming in from the river. Spots out Schofield, tag team punch, and the kiss is launched down by Boxy. Clears out the Clockwork.
Underneath the ward.
Shots not gonna play out as intended.
No cookie.
And there's the hook shot, but Field needs to keep on chasing with the cover of the global. It's a little difficult still, and Liquid bringing numbers down here. The Ravage clips the Razor on the very edge. Foxy remnanted apart, but they've got sustain and they're also tanking. Dark Margo being punched skyward. Does he have safety remnants? He's just being chased down. He's on 1 HP. Dark Margo so close to death, but nobody to close the gap on him. The cogs up. The Zai Tusk finish him off while Dark Margo survives. Snowball fight all the time in the world for Zai, as the gush and the arcane curse will be just enough to finish him off. Stinger now being dived by the Nisha Bear and Mickey's Razor. Oh, will claim a lot of that farm on the opposing side of the map, while Dark Margo is making Liquid play for it. Stinger nearly blown up by Zai immediately, just the 1v1 there. Will kill him off in the end, claim up the spree while the freezing field from Insania. Kiss is launched in and Dark Margo is dead. Mickey has the link on him while Zai and Insania fighting down south. And this fight is spread 3 different ways, but Liquid.
So much physical damage.
Like Stinger, he's gonna die. Caught up by the Razor Bear.
There we go.
Easy as you like. Well, Dark Margo has TP'd in here. 1 remnant at his disposal. Sacred trying to back him up. All they need is a slow from the plaza field, a route to catch him.
So slow.
He's incredibly slow. Remnants leftwards. Nisha chasing forwards. K1 going to hold the line while Insania and Zai looking for Schofield, who doesn't catch a hook shot onto anything. Not maneuver himself away from the top jungle. So Zai just patiently biding his time, waiting for the cogs to wear out. Finish him off with a frostbite and a punch.
Now that's a BKB. Dark Margo getting in, has haste run.
Catches the chains on Zai. Gush in with Sacred. Chasing this Tusk. He's pretty damn tanky. He BKB's up. The Ravage is wasted. Completely whipped by Sacred. Dark Margo, chain disabled. Global might give him a bit of safety here. He's speedy on the Ember Spirit while Sacred's gone in far too deep. Surrounded by 4 members of Liquid. The Bear is back again. And Mickey hunting the Ember on the left-hand side while Sacred pops his greaves. He wants anything he can. Dark Margo's dead to Mickey and Sacred. Pummeled into the ground. Not really required here. Feels like these ghosts are playing into the hands of Liquid. Schofield, Savage Roar, and Nisha open. No, we were wondering.
Schofield, he's looking for an angle. Let's see if someone decides to block it. Okay. Your carry is blocking Clockwork from getting in.
Well, he's the position too, right? Nisha's the real carry in this team, in this game. Schofield trying to cogs and Ember buying the tome for himself.
You want to look good on the end game screen.
First BKB defensive, and the Walrus Punch pierces it. Straight forward they go, Liquid.
And then 1 punch from Tusk. Good one-shot people.
Yeah, I mean, Dark Margo, 70% of it.
They were so ready for this.
The Remnant, they absolutely were heroes in the first minute of the game when you're able to outplay every lane, hit your item timings, take down a tier 2, and move forward onto Stinger. Straight into the base. Zai looking for the solo kill. Stinger down to low ground. Sacred, he's popped the greaves already. And Nisha sprinting forward with his bear. The kisses are there. Savage Roar and Zai. Incredibly small now for Beast Coast. Yes, you've got a Nature's Prophet who can spread his wings and split push lanes. It's incredibly scary to do so. Sacred might have overstepped here. Good force stab to get away from the shards. The snowball's deep from Zai. Forced to BKB. But with a Walrus Punch and the chase from...
With the snowball and just trying to buy time. But good Gleipnir usage. Keep this lone druid away.
Foxy maybe stuck around bottom a little too long. Successfully so, away from Mickey, while in that right-hand jungle, Schofield. He's turned back onto Zai with the help of Stinger, shooting and cogging and finding another kill.
Dark Margo. Their catch is pretty limited.
Unless they wait at a Remnant with the entanglement. Liquid. They're trying to find K1 up at top. He's already put himself back in the fountain. Well, Foxy catch up to Schofield. Zai tracks back.
TP. Misclick.
Slight misclick there, but they've got the snowball. Bit of global strat they've got with the Prophet and the Ember Spirit. Stinger though. Oh, jumps away from the bear. Kisses onto the Ghost after good magic damage and an optimistic TP. Yeah, once we start getting levels up on this Nature's Prophet with the Sprout Talons, things can get real spooky. Schofield went to try and de-ward, but Zai and Foxy were there ready and waiting for him. The creeps. Looks like he'll still be able to get in on top of Stinger though. Ghost after protect, just pushing bottom wave. I don't see anything. And then Zai on top of the Prophet, holding the punch this time, like you said, waiting, biding his time. He can run up himself now. K1 stands his ground.
Now.
Decent amount of physical damage with the global stars to cover.
Can't get close.
Trying to stop Dark Margo. They've got the root on him and the Ember Spirit's dying.
Play for area.
Seal Totem onto Sacred, has the tendrils of the deep. Keep Mickey at bay for a little bit. He's going to drain all this damage away from the tide. This isn't coming. I didn't think Sacred would die here, but it looks like Mickey and Foxy have enough damage to bring him down, and the dive continues. Mickey just keeps on going. Stinger has to go Scepter. Now Mickey with his BKB inside the Sprout will Dark Margo in the mid lane. BKB's up, the Remnant left and right, jumps and dives. One more hit will do the trick, but Foxy can't see it.
I also didn't expect Titan to die. Very nice kisses coming out from Boxy.
Yeah, really well done. And what do you reckon? He's got Silver Edge queued up. What comes after that?
Silver Daedalus.
Yeah, potentially. Schofield. Zai having a fight around the Sprout. Kisses cancelled out by the global silence of Stinger. Mickey just keeps on charging forward. BKB wears off, the lone druid sends Bear in, but the ravages are good. Sacred connects on the two cores, the tendrils there as well. Beautifully played. Mickey though, Seal turned him out of it. K1 dead to Mickey's brains up. Schofield follows him, 6 feet under. Dark Margo trying to battle Insania, but the freezing field just keeps on going. The wolves, they howl. Oh, and kill them off. Liquid dive, the tier 3s and 4s, and Beast Coast have got no chance left. Kick back, send them in, Stinger down, a 5-man wipe, and Liquid have got it. As quickly as that, the game will end. GG's called, and Beast Coast tap out.
When Beast Coast opened up with the Nature's Prophet Ember, he goes jungle, he recovers, someone else soaks up the X.
What is it, 17-2 against 17-1? Yes, very good. Zai going to chase K1 up top. What's Boxy got? Both his spells are available. Telekinesis and Fade Bolt, zap down the Troll, lift him up and drag him back to the Broodmother. And a few more hits here. Should be able to secure them the kill, even with the insatiable hunger.
And his mid laner's doing stuff for him. He needs to be active because
Insania demolishing them in this lane. Kick back under the tier 2. A tower hit will land, but the decay is there. Gets the kill. Might survive as well. Sacred, the lightning storm, the split earth, not going to come. Mickey is very slow.
Should be able to DP out if he misuses the rolling boulder. Never mind, he's going to drop here.
And just standing and fighting, deciding it's more worth his time. Good, think about rotating up top. Help out Boxy to consider these TPs down to the bottom lane as well, though. Ooh, they're going in on this Troll, level 5 still, and a level 7 Broodmother. Plenty of damage. Continue that spree. Down the bottom, they do go for the dive. Nisha's here with the Rolling Thunder, and the TP out from Mickey successful. Sacred's first death of the game looks like it will shortly be incoming as the perfect connections from Nisha launch them forward for a kill on the Venno while Mars Arena catching Insania. Dark Margo struggling to contend with the Soul Rip and Decays. The roll is cancelled. Schofield in trouble now. Swashbuckle forward and Nisha looking for this bonus kill. The kick not enough for the double for Nisha. Can he finish off Dark Margo as well?
Here comes K1, level 5 Troll ganking. Hell yeah.
Dark Margo's about to die. Nisha basically 1v3 now. Courier, Pango ready. Regen, Stinger's dying in the Hyperion rune, trying to buy some more time, getting away from danger, the spear not landing, but they...
Arcane Reservoir.
Does he have a point held for battle traps? It doesn't look like it. So K1 getting chased down by the Pango and the Undying. He's just dead.
That Nisha used with Arcane rune, and now they want to hunt more.
Yeah, Stinger.
Crystal Noah. We'll get a solo kill here.
10 minutes of farming before he's really to show how impactful he can be. That's a good.
Oh my god, this damage, the poke from distance.
Being stolen, the poison is there onto Insania and Foxy. But Nisha with his Rolling Thunder crashing up atop the high ground. Connects on the Venno, the Schofield is in trouble as well. Nisha, he wants multiple kills here, but the sidestepping from Sacred, beautifully done. Stinger into the little pocket, hiding away in the Swashbuckle, doesn't finish him off. Stinger still survives. Nisha now the one in danger. 17-1 and a shield crash to come. The kick and the roll, it's not going to land. Nisha swashes, but still dead to the Troll. From mid, into the jungle. And it'll coincide with the Bloodstone of Flesh, as it looks like Beast Coast just initiating on Insania. Very tanky and dying, and Sacred takes the brunt of the damage initially. Finally getting a kill there, Beast Coast. The Stinger pushes to the high ground, well done with the freezing field, trying to zone out the Brood, while Dark Margo being focused by Nisha, chased out. Schofield rolls away with that.
Swashbuckle ball, please.
Foxy spots out Stinger. Freezing field is there from the Rubik, not enough to finish the maiden off, but the rest of the Liquid will arrive. Mickey and Zai pairing up beautifully, and all 5 of them in that northern jungle trying to get in on top of Schofield now. It's a 3-man magnetized after his roll, but there's no follow-up. Yet again, Dark Margo and K1 unavailable, but the spear from Dark Margo, long range cast, they pinned him up against the side, and now he's stuck. Dark Margo can't escape from this. Nisha, Insania chase him forward. Spiderlings are there, and a triple for
He
Zai.
pops the pipe on the Spiderlings as well. There's not enough damage to kill it then. Nisha does have crystals to bounce off.
He does, and the spear. Oh, that magic damage from Sacred. About 40% HP. The spear into Fade Bolt.
The swash.
Nearly soloed out by Boxy. Surviving though in the freezing field arena. Gonna get supports of Liquid. They were over eager. Sacred baited them in.
Nisha kept a distance. Underneath the ward has Arcane Rune. They're gonna go on him. Nice try.
Catch him. Magnetize on Nisha, but
Nice roll up.
there's Mickey. And a roll up dodging the spear. You're right. It's in. Troll still all the way through the area.
Oh, two-man stun.
Connects on both of them. Stinger just dead to the Pulse Nova, and it looks like K1 attempting the TP, but Boxing with the lift gets him with the telekinesis. Oh, it's gorgeous from Liquid, finding the catches they need. K1 will try with a battle trance now, but he's being chain disabled. Get on top of him with the Pango, the root, the ensnare.
Put the gap width, and Boxy picked up that Blink Dagger. We saw it in the action on Troll.
Roll on Insania, and then a roll back from Nisha. Sacred getting collapsed on by the Pango. Schofield's dead. This one feels like it might be over soon.
Big Boxy now on high ground has rolling boulder stolen.
Oh, he does?
That's so aggressive. Link south.
Does get arena speared. Nisha is still here, and Dark Margo, well, he's trapped inside his own arena. He's not the gladiator he thought he was. He's getting sliced and diced. There's spiders and disco ponies and all kinds of beasties and monsters killing him off.
But Zai also connects with the rest of the team.
Can you imagine being a Roman gladiator? Like back in the day, they would fight lions and tigers. Now you're fighting flipping spiders that are twice your size.
Dire's middle tower.
That would be very diff. I'd prefer a lion.
Yeah, exactly. Kick back, Troll Warlord. K1 trying to spin back to safety as they continue their beyond godlike streak on Zai. This looks like it's over. The dive in behind tier 4s, getting them 2 more kills. Rolling Thunder there onto the Troll Warlord as well, crashing and slaying. Does get the root in onto Nisha now, and he got the saves with the swashbuckle and the heals coming. He will stay alive, and K1 dies. Barracks cracked wide open. Complete freedom here for Team Liquid as Dark Margo's Mars, another round, a flurry of disables, takes down the Mars, and GG's called. Liquid continue to assert their dominance here in the group stage of the Lima Major.
What a clean game from Team Liquid. And I was told that Earth Spirit, or Rubik against Earth Spirit is a bad hero. I just saw a kick, I just saw a roll.
It's Cleaver time.
Skadi, BKB, and an Arcane Blink. Kind of due to lack of faith for Skeezer's ability to carry. I mean, you said, Skeezer's been struggling. Maybe Saxa's like, well, looks like I'm going to have to start playing carry here.
Thinking. He looks pretty dead.
Big look like a first blood. Jabs, he'll take.
That's it.
Right, quite nice.
Saxa could be in trouble here. Kidding.
23. Try and keep his distance, but indeed, get the kill out of this one, Tundra. Look towards Ollie. Ollie's trying to stand his ground to take down Saxa.
Oh,
well, there we go. Gonna try and do something here to get 23 out of this. He just came back to the lane, 23. And he's going to get sent straight back to the base. Ollie as well may be in trouble. They're going to chase him out a little bit. He'll be able to get into the trees, but Saxa, he's spotting him out. There's the ensnare again. I mean, that's 2 times back to back.
Saxa did.
Not again.
Oh my god, again. Oh, he's still level 2. Oh my.
Oh my goodness. Well, Talon getting quite a rude awakening this morning in the top lane. 33 and Saxa. They're just
Literally trading versus both of them. He might even kill Ollie.
Saxa just diving down. Okay.
Saxa.
Probably going to die here, Saxa.
But, I mean, uh-oh. That again. Oh my god.
I can't believe it.
Oh my god.
What do you do? Where's the recovery? What is... I mean, as you say,
He has to. And even then,
yeah, it's the only way.
20 minutes minimum for it to pay off. That's it. With a breakdown. A bit over-aggressive. Trees. Wait, got it. A lot of, meanwhile, yeah, a lot of photos that she pulls out there.
I should be able to kill Saxa for this. Yeah. vanishing, and he dies. There's the Zeus ult. He'll be able to get away. Demon Makoto TPing down towards the bottom. They'll be able to kill Saxa.
Go on the support though.
Yeah, and then Makoto moving down bottom. 33 to continue to farm 3D up top. Makoto get some more. It's a snaking. And it looks like they'll get a second support out. So Makoto starting to get some of the kills. Get the lasso off, but he has been doomed. 9 also swinging from the side. Q trying to roll forward on towards 9. 9 able to jump off to the side. They'll lose Q. They'll also lose Makoto. And now 23. Try and get into the safety at the tower, but 9 bursting down with the Thunderbolt. 12 to 5.
Honestly, this could be like a 30k net lead game. It feels like for Tundra. If Talon doesn't.
Bottom lane. Try and make a move on to Skeeter. And they should have him in. Oh, make on in fact, 42 ready. They were not having it at all. With the backup coming in, they just turn Thundergold draft there. As they'll take out Ollie, Jabs, and Q. The 3 of them going.
Doom. I mean, this guy's a good Doom player, if not one of the best. But this is heartbreaking.
Up, Saxon. Makoto will be able to get. And they might get him in.
They might get him.
They might. It's a might. And they will. Okay, that's a big kill to get. I mean, 20
too far forward. Makoto no lasso. Now, Tundra got left. Good one.
Blasted it by Thunder. That tier 1 in the mid going down. Bottom lane 33. He's going to TP over and look to take down Jabs on the Visage. He's trying to hold him back with the familiars, but 33 should have the movement speed closing. They're bringing in further backup, but they won't be able to get in time to do anything to at least look for a deny on Jabs. Jabs gets taken down by 33. And now over from Saxa. Into the snowball. Could be fine. Tower. Well, include taking down Q.
And maybe Knowledge. They got the vision. They haven't done. It's 1 century.
That's got enough, right? It is. 33 beyond godlike.
Plays like this at the tier 2, that kind of says a lot about him. He has no fear. Sox still continuing to hit the tower. He doesn't even see heroes on the map. He only really sees the Visage at the moment, and he still has no fear. Ollie? They find him.
Defensive maneuvers there from Ollie. From safe. Makoto. Going for a last opportunity. Goes in the BKB. He's going to look towards 9. Will get him, but he's been caught by the Doom now. Now he's got to back off himself. Molly shot from the side, bringing Snaking down low. Snaking. Take it out. I don't think he get anything more here. 23. Turn it over towards Skeeter. Looks at Skeeter. They takes the Aegis away from Skeeter. So a decent fight so far from Talon. They won't be able to catch Skeeter on the respawn from the Aegis. He's able to blink out in time. They're finding a little bit of something, maybe more. The sneak dart set up on the Saxa. 23 with another round of the multi-shot. Okay. Be able to bring down the Monkey King. Talon showing some decent signs of life there in a fight where Tundra were the ones with the Aegis.
They got on top of it, right? The back. But now, okay.
They get back in. They get back in on him. Skeeter might even be able to find more. He's going to blink up in a second. We'll see how aggressive he wants to play. He's going in.
And then they isolated the Zeus. And look at
this. See if they can go again. Maybe catch 33 or 3 by surprise. There's the sleep dart setup. And they go. Saxa watching from the side. He gets caught by the smoke, so he's not able to get the ult channel from the tree line. Now he'll get the ult off. But Makoto's turned up to the fight. Saxa's got the backup of Skeeter. And Talon, they won't try and push up to the high ground.
Very far up right now.
Down up the Thunderbolt draft. From in the tree line, he has got the fight. Cancel for TP there. He goes. Jabs is turning around against Saxa. Skeeter's going to be here as well. Jabs is going to be heavily outnumbered. And there's no way out from here. Skeeter will be able to claim the kill.
Honestly, not too bad.
He's making the recovery. Top lane, Q. Nice snowball dodge there from Alex Guy. Kodo coming in as well, but Skeeter And 33, they're still around, so Q will die for his efforts.
I mean, I say can't split up if they don't want to hemorrhage kills. If they're grouped up, I think Tundra's just
That's going away with the back line, looks for 33, but BKB as well. 33, just looking to see if he wants to drop the dude down. It's going to take over the 23, they don't even want to drop the dude. Heal 23, 23 dies. Same for Q. They've got the control on Jabs. 3 heroes dead on Talon. Tundra.
And with this defensive ward, they're going to spawn him.
Get the catch, he cast.
They're full recovery mode, so they're looking for these weird.
Top lane. He's in trouble, a lot of trouble, and the painful sort of cherry on the top there being that
For that.
down bottom and he can, he's into the trees, he finds Jabs. Able to cancel the TP, take Jabs out. More kills here for 33. He's up to 13, 1 and 10 this game, just 28 minutes in.
Talon grouped up, but getting ran at. Sox is in.
He's diving in. He's going to go beyond the tier 2, ready to go deep. Snake, he's going to be in there with the backhoe, gives him the shield and the missed coil, lets Saxa get the BKB off. Ollie jumps to the side, Nimbus will spot him out. Vito, he's ready to go in deep up towards the high ground as they'll go into the tier 3s, take down Q. Ollie looks up to the dart, back to the side. Oh, you're going to have 23 tries to the fight, but he gets caught by Skeeter. I still didn't get to use it. Oh no! Oh no! He still didn't get to use the Midas again. That's a lot of downtime on the Midas. That's going to feel bad.
So that's the next, just to fully construct the map so the Risen can't even step in.
Wait, did he get to use the Midas?
No, he didn't.
No, he did! Oh no!
He's gotta get the use though.
He's going to get the Midas here.
Time for the final fight. Talon. What do they do? Oh,
Makoto! He's going to go straight in. The Lasso gets removed immediately. Now, put the beat. They've got to run now, Talon. Tundra chasing straight towards them. Skeeter gets the grab onto Makoto. He's out for 50 seconds, no buyback. Off to the side, Saxa. Found the control here onto Q. All the way. Skeeter will be able to set up and allow 33 to take yet another kill. Here's the Doom. And now they'll look towards the mid, up to the high ground they go. Tundra, 2 heroes dead on Talon without buyback. See if the 3 of them can do any sort of hold.
Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant structures are fortified.
Slow this down. There's the jump, Saxa. The balance strike onto 23. 23. Get out of the Nimbus. Skeeter, he's able to jump in, gets the gap closed onto the drow. And 23's out. Ollie's down as well. 23 does have buyback, and Makoto will be back up.
how are they not calling this game? I cannot believe that they have to use that. This has to be so painful.
Oh, Saxa. Shield there, Q. Monkey King, but there's no follow-up damage. Q goes down, the buyback comes out from 23. Makoto jumped again by Skeeter, another buyback. Come from Q. Makoto himself does not have buyback available. They're onto a second tier 3, second set of racks. The jump volley, he's gone. He's gone for good. Q as well. Get forced to the side, but he'll snowball straight back in. Blink out. He will survive. 25 seconds until they have Makoto and Ollie back in the game. Top racks are gone, and they'll call it. They'll call it. GG is there. As Tundra will take this game 1 with a start that they tried their best to recover from Talon. But this is much safer to not die over and over and over again. Like
When you I'm Elder Titan. I'm just gonna go 1-4-1 if we play right now.
There we go. Jabs. See if he can run away from this one. The tombstone's down. And Jabs, he cannot escape this.
He is gonna start to recover. His lane was pretty rough. Got these stacks. Doesn't mean he's taking them away from him. And Snay is actually waltzing in to sap some XP and even block some damage. And probably die.
Makoto. He'll head over towards Snake King. Got up another decay Snake King, and does have 9 backing him up as well. Snake King will die. He gets some kills in return. Mosquito's turned up also. Dog will slow down 9 here, catches him with the sleep, but Makoto, he'll die for this. So Snake King goes down.
Well,
See if they can maybe make a play onto 23.
That's a 36.
Tries to get him from the side to make sure. Get him with the pulverize. Jabs is going to get actually taken down by the AoE down.
Stolen Tombstone.
But Q will die, and well, the stolen tombstone is only just going to end up giving some money here to Tundra, as they'll be able to clean it up. Dakota's got a haste rune though. He's heading over. Here's Saxon able to get away. The side blades bouncing over the water and bring him low, but won't be enough to kill him. Saxon's going to be able to stand back to the side. Saxon charges back in. The Chris there, Mosquito. They take down Makoto. They'll take down Ollie as well.
He takes all that extra damage. I thought the Tombstone might be able to finish him off, and then it comes out to Talon. Makoto.
Saxon's going in again. He's going to just onslaught straight towards Jabs. And pulverizes back up, of course, and Jabs put the stick charge in. If he can run from this, he can't. Snake King's going to be able to finish him off. This time Saxon should die. I mean, they have 4 heroes working on these kills. They will also get Snake King, so Talon at least able to get some sort of revenge.
Definitely dying. Tombstone is at the ready.
Instantly getting burst through there by the physical damage of Skeeter. Couple of hits and he's gone. We'll see Saxon ready to charge across. Grab. He's going to get his hands on towards 23. In fact, he just needs to trample around and doesn't even need to go for the pulverize on this one. He can save that for maybe more. Try and chase. Skeeter gets the pull back onto Q. They'll settle for the Rubik. So Makoto will manage to walk away from this one. Another one
placement. Same. On top of Ski, he's taking incredible damage when he does the same kill.
The ultimate 9, not under too much threat at the moment. He's going to be able to turn with the light strike, step back. They won't be able to burst through the Lina at all. 9 only getting down to half HP, and they'll end up losing Q. Zax is charging, and he's got the pulverize onto 23. The bristle just gets evaporated by the Laguna Blade. As Talon, they're just having to run. And I think they'll be lucky to get people out of this.
Makoto.
They're losing more. Makoto's come out under the tier 2. It's 4 dead on Talon Fog. It's going downhill again for them.
They're even showing up with the numbers. They're bringing the bristle. They're bringing the TA. They're bringing everything. Tundra just walking right through them. The roar looks decent at this time.
Bottom line. Sax, he's been having a very impactful series today.
Tundra just on it. They're just hunting.
Grab Mosquito.
They're killers. Look at this. They see the Beastmaster for a quick second bottom. They immediately go to
Jab. He's going to charge. He steps out with the roar. But Snake King still gets the tooth, and then they will kill Snake King. Can they do anything about the Seeker? Mosquito quickly takes down Q. The stun out towards Ollie. Will be able to dodge the ETO. He's going to get another kill from this.
They want.
Ollie goes down. He's not even
23.
done. They're diving in beyond the tower. But he's got the black hole if he wants to pop it here. See if he needs to. He will do anyway. Just to rub extra salt in the wounds. They drop the ultimates. Black holes, Laguna Blades. 23 goes down.
They know this is going to start kicking. They see nobody showing up on bottom lane.
I mean, Sax is going to check.
They already know.
Talon, they do try for sort of drastic moves here. Life Tracker Race does catch on to Makoto. That's Makoto dead. Completing the storage. Sax, he's in up on the high, but it's pulverized. It's just smashing them all here. As they pound Q into the ground. Ollie's going to get taken down. There's no escape for 23. This is just a complete slaughter now, Fog.
And they
It's a team fight. It's a team fight. And at the start of this game, it looked like it was, it was going to go any sort of way. It looked like it wasn't going to be as rough as game 1. For 90 minutes, it was somehow found myself in a position where this is rougher than game 1.
It actually is rougher. They're the supports.
There goes the carry, 23.
Constantly cut interesting. Just sit back and farm. Makoto, nice little belt dodge. Go get it.
very, very dead. Found him. What Jabs does here, he might have to use the raw if he wants. Well, he will have to, I think, if he wants to stand any sort of chance of being able to run him. Try and hide in the trees. They're going to get him. As he'll accept his fate there, Jabs. But Skeeter's not afraid to go there. Jumps in, catches him. They'll get the light trigger down on 23. Managed to back up the high ground. Stolen stun hit thrown out the way of Skeeter will stop him from being able to dive in. So 23 at least saved this time round.
Whoops, I think Knight did not use that. I think they actually had that. Whoopsie. Right, 30%.
Radiant's structures are
Yeah, I think that was perfect.
That's what he tells you.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is falling.
At this point,
Radiant's
there's just no damage. There's a TA to Bristle. They're all physical damage oriented. There's an AC on Skitter. There's a Lotus Orb on Sox. It's got like 30 orb. And there's a Wraith Pact on 33. So even if they run into these fights, it's all answered. All that physical damage is going to be turned on.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Back
under
to
attack.
Skeeter might
Okay, 23. He's got his item. Come out. So late. Saksa has now surpassed the entirety of talent.
pretty wild. He's having a good series here, Saxa.
Yeah.
5-1 and 13. He's very happy today. Good
Some
play.
insane performance.
Drops out, controls 23, it's too much for talent, no tap out. GG is called. Well, game 2, it was one of those scenarios where it ended up being a lot more rough, a lot rougher in fact than game 1, and that's saying something long.
It's Cleaver time!
Sure. All right, let's see what they can do. Oh, I think he definitely is. He can't walk away from this. You're right. That's going to be first blood. There we go. Now you can kill him again. Right. He's just dead again, Tasva, I think. They can just keep vision on him. And, yeah, he's not getting out of this. He's got some stick charges. What the fairy fire, but he's absolutely dead. Another kill in. Shiro. And why you smile. Shiro? Oh, take it. Well, that lane's just gone down the drain pretty quickly, Fog. Lying there, but drop the time stone. Panic mid lane. Win. He's able to get in and get the. But he's going to get the chance to come here. Celery, they're waiting for him, and an assassinate is coming in. Hero gets sniped in by Duraccio. And we'll see GG see if they can get more. They're driving away his file. And they'll take him out as well. So Gaming Gladiators find him too easy to kill. I'm going to say, got Dream Coil in 5 seconds. 5-6 seconds. We'll see if that allows them to turn things, but kind of hard. He's more than ready to keep on battling. They can go for 11. He has to use the raw to try and save himself, but the shrapnels are out for Duraccio. He goes down. It's a 5k lead here at 9 minutes in. This is a... Please here, Quinn. The opening stun. Nothing to say, we'll have to use the Dream Code to get a chance to get away, but Celery's waiting. Has the ult. He's dead.
Time.
Would you look at that? That is catch Quinn. Silence. They've got enough damage. They don't. We'll be able to hold him back with destruction. also sort of in a moment of panic, they throw down the Dream Coil with Liver and catching anything. And Planet was able to help. That was dodged by a... DP coming in. Should be dead. And he needs will. A tofu. There's the stolen Dream Coil. He'll also die. Hero died on the tower. Okay, never mind. Never mind, Ace is here. He ain't dying, Tofu. Backups arrive. It's Shiro and Old 11 that are dying. So what happened? Pretty bad. I mean, and that was, you know, okay, going in the mid. Hold on, big foul. Planet, still a hold back. Ace here with a disruption. She's going to dive into tier 2. They do start to win. One buckle over one Planet. And they could even go for more here. Quinn, does he want to dive? He wants to. He's going in for the Rolling Thunder. Onto Why You Smile. Won't commit in any further. Respect the fact that Shiro's around. Got to catch on a Why You Smile. I guess it was. They're not causing any issues. He's 6-0. Not even getting out. There's no lane water that dropped down. Planet's going to get caught. This is, as I said, one of the more brutal ones that me and you have got. You know, if Shiro had got this game, but that bottom lane, they're just eating like this. And lose on 11 again. Coming out half. I mean, Shiro's nearly got the BK. Sniper. But that's probably what PSG is going to go for it.
Deadly sweet, deadly sweet.
Overgrowth's going to be there, and in fact, that stolen roar as well. It was thrown down the way of Shiro, so it's BKB. A few seconds of it being wasted. They've lost 3, they've lost 4. It's going to be over. GG here is called 25 minutes in. Gaming Gladiators completely stomped PSG in the game. Apart from maybe the first minute where we all began to win some time. This is one of those heroes, once again, that just can't afford to. Power is a very important. It's going to be top salary, he'll have to take it. But nothing to say can't. Win, holds back nothing to say. About salary get back to safety underneath the tower. In fact, they are going to be able to do the damage to take nothing to say down, so Bug. I won one of the lower.
Radiant's current. Radiant buttons are under attack.
Can't go for Quinn here. I mean, they want to extend the power. Then they look back to Shiro. Shiro with a big mana void will allow them to take down Quinn. They do still lose nothing. But look at this bottom. I mean, Old Lemon's TP'd in. Maybe see if they can set up off the way. But he's kind of getting slowed down by all the summons of Ace. But the amount of burn, Shiro blocking him off, should allow L11 to close the gap. When Spirit alone will be enough. Set up another kill. Unfortunately, Shiro won't get the last hit on it. Until more action that Shiro's getting involved in. This game, should be able to get a good one. They have enough damage. They have got the force. And keep one over coming into the high ground. Win takes the stun. And as Deep can take it out. They'll look to take down the Supernova. Overgrowth as well. 3 of them. to say. Clean up Celery. Look towards Token to see if we can get him this time. With the help of Shiro, they certainly will. Nothing to say. But isn't the Lesh just going to eventually just be life stealing so much that he doesn't care about the catching on to why he's smart. Look at the team. It's going to be a full team for the TPs. As they know that they're going to come back as great response there from Gaming Gladiators. They knew that that arena play was... I mean, this is a pretty big move here. Straight to Roach to get the ages. Going to have that ready for the push. And they will indeed catch Tarachia.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Tarachia, they'll be off the mark there with the spin. Over the top way. Nothing to say. None to bother. The blade mail's out. So we'll see if they... I don't think they care at all about it. I don't think they care about this blade mail fault. I don't know about it. Like, we saw Quinn, he unleashed all his spells. He didn't care about any sort of damage going back. He just wanted to their own time. Top lane, see Shiro and why you smile. He's definitely been able to stand his ground against these two. Why you smile is going to get taken out.
Radiant's middle's under attack.
Token's still alive. Root catches them. The stolen spear thrown back at Shiro. I mean, Tofu dies, but these things like Celery, it feels like so much of this kind of chip damage is just going to be immediately outdone.
End of lot. But there's bad to it, right? On the good side, you know each other very well. You have very positive chemistry. On the bad side, you had very poor results as a squad together, right? So what do you think they need to be doing to make sure that history is only going to be positive going forward, and they're not worrying too much about the trauma they've experienced getting trashed by the other teams in Div 1?
Well, hopefully they can just kind of say thank you, bless, like they got to stay in Div 1 and continue to get like experience up here. And I just keep. It's really hard to say because I didn't think they had one last tour. I remember thinking like they had a good thing. Map early. Sometimes they would like then they would drop too much of a fighting lineup with no objectives, so they could end the game. I feel like
10 seconds remaining.
Just struggled to execute the. Yeah. So overall, it's more
5 seconds
they just
remaining.
need to get good.
Honestly, they were not bad. Like, sure, they lost a lot, but there was a lot of like 2-1, 2-1, 2-1.
Yeah.
Like, they were close to actually cleaning out the series, and now they've had time.
Yeah.
So hopefully they, figured out the right things, and as Sheep said, take the W that you're still here, and let's go.
Well, we're going to be getting underway indeed. Let's hope to get another W today as we have the first draw between the two squads here. Aster.Aries will be playing on the Dire side with second pick. We have the outside from China, Radiant first pick. We open with a silencer. I mean, KZ, you were talking now about like being comfortable. This is like, if you're a position 5 player, right, you know how to play silencer. That's like mega cool.
But
What the hell?
I'm just gonna, so silencer for me, first of all, there's very few teams that can make this hero work, because
remaining.
this hero, people are like, oh sure, you press R and global and that's all you do, but this hero needs a lot from its team. When you press global, you need other people to go in for you, otherwise just some R bot who doesn't really do much, because this hero is very volatile. So picking it first, it's not something I'm really a fan of, but if you tailor your draft around it later, it can work.
Well, I'm hoping that can work. I didn't necessarily see any of these games. To make it a little bit more contextual of how few games some of these players have played from outsiders of China. The 5th position player I'm assuming is going to play silencer here, Chu Sheng, is only played, his most played hero, 7 games. Only has 77 games in total. The other support player has 41 games in total. Mid player has 78 games in total. Chosen One has no professional games on record. It's only the offlaner Leng now who had about 480 games, 471 exactly. But even then, it's like most of them came 3 years ago, 2019. So their draft is going to have to be stellar here. I really want to see good stuff from them. And I already kind of like this response from Aster.Aries. I love Tree. I think this is one of the best heroes in the game. But Sheep, earlier you were talking about this Marcy hero and how much you wanted to be picked more and want more prevalence out of it. Why is this hero so good, and do you like it in this position?
I like the idea of it earlier because about things that were off it, and I don't know how she fits outside of. It's another reason why I didn't really like Silence see anything.
Radiant team
So it's a bit awkward to make it work there. But
Dire team
Marcy,
back.
I think when I saw her looking best was when last tour, because I really like the use of Psychic. The swashbuckle with like a proper combo that looked. Mixing it with Tree, kind of just, I guess it's nice, but it's nothing like.
I mean, maybe you have one of these things again where some teams they value
10
the
seconds
enabling your
remaining.
core, and you throw some tree armor, you throw the sidekick on some range core, he's
5
gonna be pretty
seconds
happy, I
remaining.
guess.
Yeah.
Marcy doesn't really care about silencer. You can just let R jump in, and it's like you don't
Radiant
care about
team
global.
back.
You buy BKB, you just run him down. So just solid opening from Aster.Aries. In terms of outsiders, they need to show me with their following picks that they really make it work, because silencer, Doom, it can be a little awkward. I think also Doom into Tree is something we've seen a lot in the first EPC season. It's not the
10
easiest. You probably
seconds
agree. He
remaining.
roots you. In the lane, he always saves the tower. So then they really need to
5
solidify
seconds
in the
remaining.
next couple picks, like more heroes are going. Because the Doom is going to need help.
Definitely.
I just don't. I don't. I'll be real. I mean, because you're an unproven team, and these guys are like Chad, like rank 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and they're just about to
Dire
outplay
team back.
everyone. Doom is way too hard to make work because he's a farmer. He wants to farm, and he wants to get creeps. And when he's doing that, he's not taking fight.
Radiant
You have to
team
make sure
back.
that the rest of your team is getting. And I feel like if you're playing against Aster.Aries, who I would say, they haven't best last tour, but they're still looking pretty good.
Yeah.
I would give them more of the benefit. I think Doom very shaky hero.
It's also one of
10
those very
seconds
awkward
remaining.
situations where, especially for a new team, you're playing around two massive ultimates with heroes
5
that
seconds
drop massive
remaining.
ineffectiveness and you don't have those ults ready. So we shall see. We shall see. There's time to make this work going deep into the draft. At least they do remove the Nature's Prophet. I guess they're afraid of giving away NP at Marcy. They're like, well, alright, get rid of that. Thank God we don't have to ban Lina anymore.
Or like, I personally prefer the Marcy more in a core role. I think the Chinese players, they played really well when it is this role. I could see it as a 4, but then you need like some range offlaner that you like to pick up base here for Aster.Aries. There's one core to me that looks pretty good that you could pick up a base for them. It's Centaur. Maybe it makes your lane maybe a little wonky with Marcy Centaur, but if you're gonna lane into a silencer, you always have the Stampede against, and potentially if you pop it at the same time with global, people can run away. With the tree armor, pretty chill. Same brain, let's go.
I'm
10
really good about
seconds
Centaur
remaining.
because that's what at the beginning kind of won.
Yep.
It was
5
Centaur and
seconds
Rubik the
remaining.
main counter against. Lift your teammates out of the Doom and to safety. You can Centaur run away. Also, now they've lost the Axe. I really like that.
Yep.
It reduced Stampede by 30 seconds. So that's like super low cooldown, and it gives Stampede buff. So even if you don't want to put your ult, you can just ride your Doomed ally and just like.
I haven't seen it yet, but it's pretty good.
It looks good on
Dire
paper.
team pick.
Yeah.
Definitely in a Doom
Radiant
matchup,
team
but then you do
pick.
have like 3 heroes that are melee. Have it anyway.
Okay.
Alright.
Do you have the Primal Beast? We saw Primal Beast in action earlier today. It looked really, really good. Always just like being dynamic on the map. Does mean that this is likely going to be the Shang. Maybe not, because Redpanda sort of made an influence of playing these sort of
10
off-kill
seconds remaining.
strength heroes, like your Primal Beast, your Brewmasters. He played this in the 5 position, so
5 seconds
we actually
remaining.
don't know just yet. Shang-Chi plays the Marcy, they play the Ulu, they played it for TK. The Treant Protector is the only one that's like guaranteed support. So Aster.Aries so far very versatile in the draft. Outside of some CN, what do you want to see as response here, Kezu?
Honestly, I don't care so much about specific heroes, but rather heroes that can go in and do something. Because right now you have Silencer, he's gonna be mainly around the global. Doom is gonna do not a lot until like mid 15, 16, 7. And then when he's strong, if his team doesn't work out, their game is gonna crumble real quick. So I'm gonna want him to have like, sure, you take a range 4 that's gonna help Doom in the lane. It's banned out, sure. Phoenix is banned, you can take some Sapphire, you can give yourself some follow damage, and then another hero that goes in. Like, I want to see multiple heroes that this pop going. I don't just want to see some Doom with some KB waddle in and hope it's going to do the right part.
Radiant team pick.
Exactly. Like Sonic
Pistol
works in
maiden.
2 ways. Either pick it as a response to a bunch of teams.
Dire team pick.
Better or you pick it to give yourself an easy way to just go and execute. You know. Right now, I'm not.
I was hoping for like some angle instead of this morphing here. I could take a bright side. On the bright side, if I'm looking at Aster.Aries, damage
5
output right now.
seconds remaining.
Unless you're caught inside the primal as well as Mars sitting on top of you, they don't actually have that much burn, right? So
Yeah.
ideally, as the morphling, you should be able to complete the edge quite well. But I don't know, it's a very confident pick, I think, in a situation like this.
Yeah, I think also that it's a volatile in terms of counter picks. Like if you're Aster.Aries, insert any range core, you could feel pretty good. You could draw here and get a pretty free game. You play on range, you have 3 in the lane, you have Primal going in for you, you have Psychic, your own Morphling, your own Doom, you can also pick Sniper, whatever. So I think here, Aster.Aries, they shouldn't care too much about this morph. I feel like whatever pick they go for, they should be pretty happy.
Radiant
Any
team
range.
badge.
Just have your brow, something that buys us Scotty.
Okay. Well, we're not gonna have that yet. Looks like they're gonna try and reserve that pick until the very end of the draft. Blue, for now, we're just gonna have to be content with the White Album Leshrac. Sort of in a
That's
name for
good.
himself. It's good.
That's good, because
10
there's so many
seconds
heroes
remaining.
that you could pick on
Yeah,
carry.
exactly.
They can't ban them all.
Like you pick your poison.
5
It's also
seconds
really good because they
remaining.
have the classic combo. We saw this like half the time with him as well. Shield Protector and Leshrac. Very annoying to play against. Once he buys Bloodstone, feels a little bit
Dire
unkillable
team
because
back.
outsiders from China, Morphling takes a while to get online. So where's this damage coming from, Sheep?
I don't. Kezu, where is it?
Right now, it's not coming from many avenues, I can tell you that
Radiant
much. The other
team
thing with
back.
Lesh 3 is just, it helps Lesh to only itemize in like one specific way. Now he doesn't have to like rush a plate mail, whatever, because you get it from your tree, keeps you topped off, you rush to his Bloodstone suddenly. You have 1600 HP against the Silencer Doom. Also needs some time, so yeah, this last pick from Outsiders
Dire team
really
back.
needs to help them bring this strat together. I don't really know how you can easily do this. I could see some Bad Rider got banned, but a very good ban from Aster.Aries. Something else, I don't know, tank clear type hero. But even then, like your damage is not easy than these guys.
It needs so much time. They're so
10
Yeah.
seconds remaining.
I really have slow strategies, and I can't verify how good.
5 seconds remaining.
Pretty much entirely on Aster right now. I think they have loads of ability to push towers, the ability to hold the towers, which is going to limit the map space that outsiders can take, because they need map space. They need they need so much space to fall for all these cores. So you take it away by having a treant. What do you have? No money. Poor.
And unfortunately, they're in a situation where they're playing from Radiant side without like a necessary and easy Roche hitter, so you don't even have that advantage of saying, well, we'll try and take the tier 1 tower top, move into the area. Feels rough.
I need
just pick up a sprint.
I need them to have some hero combos. Like, sure, like has something that can make supports go together, but even then, it's not really my cup of tea. With like, I would prefer, you know, you have some easy Ember into Snap, Ember with Hood. Now at least you have Tusk with some. You have some Chris Nova, Silence Curse, so it's okay. It's not like on the top of what I want. And Aster.Aries, same last pick, what we kind of talked about earlier. Drow, Sniper,
5 seconds
whatever.
remaining.
Pretty free.
They still have no way to take towers and out.
Yeah.
I think this space is gonna happily sit top. To like. Skirmish.
It'll be fine, Sheep. They'll buy 3 meteor hammers. It's okay. It's cool.
That's a
Like
good
the
point.
hammer
Yeah, I love
rolls.
hammer. God
It's
damn.
really good.
So nice.
6 seconds, what's it gonna be?
Choose
Yeah,
your
it makes it
hero.
even harder for them to or do
Okay.
anything.
So I guess we're
Marcy
having
carry.
Ulu Marcy, yeah. Okay. Ulu Marcy, well, side on top of Shang Tsung. I mean, they also needed a little bit more team fight. It makes it a bit easier for them. This is not a scary. If I'm looking at like Morphling Silencer / Morph, yeah, that's not scary at all. I'm playing Power. So, Sheep, I'm gonna give you the hard one. Talk to me about this. Outsiders from C, and we see the odds very heavily stacked against them, both in draft, in experience, and in the physical odds themselves. How do they win game 1 with the draft they have assembled?
They get a free lane off of their Doom. He gets the goes up to fight Doom, and then power off the back of numbers, and then up that way. Hold, hit some Scotty stuff, and then out character.
Okay, easy.
Easy peasy.
For the other side here, Aster.Aries, they're of course looking for a first win. They got a new lease on life being in Div 1. How do they take game number 1 here, Kim?
I kind of like the Marcy carry. I think it's like really takes use of offlaners that are volatile, like Doom with these weird supports. So I think this Marcy's gonna have a very good lane. And on top of that, White Album, he should really pop off. I don't really see him, you know, outsiders putting a stop to him. At 3 armor, I feel like he's gonna pop on. He's gonna just make it super easy.
last season, he managed to accrue several amounts of wins on this Leshak hero. He had a 75 win rate across games. We'll see if yet again he's capable of doing that. And to find out, we send it to our wonderful casting duo. We have the beautiful B-Cup and lavish luck. Take it away, boys, for game one.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Nice compliments coming in, and
Prepare for
Nick,
battle.
you are also very, what was the word? Beautiful?
Beautiful.
Beautiful. And I think, speaking of beautiful, this might be some beautiful execution coming out from Team Aster.Aries, because that is from China. To me, you know, this looks like more of a draft, I would say. More difficult to execute. They needed something from the mid lane that's gonna make stuff happen, where you have a hero to play with. I'm not a big fan of supports Crystal Maiden plus Silencer, because if these heroes fall behind, it gets very difficult to play, I would say. So they need to be active. They need to do with Tusk. Your Morphling, you know, the hero needs items to come online, so definitely it's gonna take more time. The Mars
30 seconds to battle.
Item, whether that's gonna be a battle tree, common one. Also about Aster.Aries draft, this hunter from the offlane, like last strike, like shouldn't have trouble seeing that lane. So pick into the one that counters a
yes, so we'll see if Shiggy can do on this side, and
The battle begins.
Say 2 items. Zero also just gets bombed at level 6. You need to be careful of that power spike that comes in and dispose onto this. You might even just drop this third blood. Tries to get a tank, but the first blood goes to the opposite person you want to be giving that first blood to.
Oh, that's a bit of a rough one, I would say. He also ate a tank. So, like, all these small things, they do tend to end up in Hulu. Let's see if he's bringing anything. Yeah, he's bringing 6 tanks as his courier, who has some extra regen. Good start for them. Also, Silencer needs to be very careful in this lane. If he gets hit by Nature's Grasp, disposed, level 2 extra rebound. And also, panel did talk about mid matchup. You do have White Album, who has had, I would say, some good games coming out from the previous DPC tour.
Yeah, White Album's been good on this track. The one thing that I'm interested about in this mid matchup is Chosen One on the Liquid V playing mid. KRY on Team Wolf, he was the one positioned that. So I'm wondering if this is a bit of that IG situation, where, you know how they used to have pipeline emo, they would swap lanes sometimes, bad matchup, something they're more comfortable with. There's a little bit of that going on.
Somehow we always go back to Fly. Yeah. Fly. Whenever there's a Morphling, there is always some kind of a story.
Oh gosh. God, that IG so, it'll be interesting. I'm shocked that this dude just got ran down. Redpanda was able to get that kill, especially coming off the first blood being given off that.
Deny all the wards. Takes a little bit of time, but speaking of Aster.Aries in the previous DP4, they didn't do too bad. Like in terms of core, they had 1 and 6, which looks kind of rough. Hold that spot.
Trouble. Ooh, with the last word, trying to survive this arcane curse and last combo.
He's gonna be okay.
Going back to your point about Aster.Aries, like this is a team that covers exactly how it was. I think that they were certainly a better team. Oh,
yeah, because they did have 6 and 12 in terms of the score, so they did manage to win 6 games, which is pretty impressive. Like, they win against some of the big teams as well, so they didn't look too bad, and now they're back in Division 1, if you want to call it like that. EK to make a stack here. Try to... gonna fail. Never mind. And lane, White Album lands a stun. Goes low on mana. Chase it. But here comes EK. That's That's definitely gonna be a kill. This rotation from Crystal Maiden, it's not gonna be enough. So, another trade here on the top lane.
Yeah, not exactly what you're looking for if you're the side of outsiders from China. Is Aster.Aries already with a 1K net worth lead, and they're up 4-1 overall. They're going for mid. The Crystal Maiden in trouble, and will fall to the right quick of White Album with TK in the rotation and top again. This Doom. Marky Curse, it's just not going to be enough. TK. Maybe I spoke too soon? No, I spoke too soon about speaking too soon. Ulu gets the killing spree with the dispose. They'll take the Doom again.
This is such a great start for Ulu. He's 3-0 and 1, does have Ring of Health, so a lot of region. You have Treant Protector who doesn't even have a point to look on White Album. We'll pick up that Water Rune.
Which guards and Snowball. White Album, though, with Fairy Fire, trying to hit the stun. Misses it on Chosen One, but still has the health to survive with those pop zips. Transfer on top of Chosen One. They're really making his game difficult. He is already down under half health. He just came back to CXA. This lane up top is so aggressive. Ulu just has not stopped at all. Just trying to kill Redpanda, and it will end up being a trade. Matter to work here for Ulu to get like exposed or damage out there. But mid, album falls to this Crystal Maiden.
Outsiders from China, they need to play around this Dusky. Once it hits level 6, they do have enough burst damage, so I want to see 2 supports rotating, making stuff done. We talked about this silencer pick, that if he's played from behind, he can't really play the game. He's level 2 right now, so if he shows up on the top lane, gets jumped on from a rebound, he's definitely that. Gets repositioned, there's no way he's going to be able to protect himself. Very, very difficult situation. So I would prefer if this silencer kind of becomes position 5 rather than position 4 in this game, considering how things are going.
I'm so worried about this dude, where his net worth is at. He is on his 5th overall as I'm in sentence, but like you expect more from a Doom overall. The lane is just so skirmishy that hasn't really had the opportunity to farm as much as he liked.
Blue's pretty much doing 1 versus 2 at this point. The very thin range magic one that's going to help the early pickup, and also putting 3 points inside me. So seeing Redpanda hitting people as Treant Protector with that extra damage, that's really hurt them. They can't fight back. Even if they try to punch back, it's still got to be a trade.
Bounty.
Top lane. White Elm not going to get this double damage as it seems to be. But it's in our games.
Already
damage. Crystal Maiden just getting chased here by TK.
What sort of
back
prize
towards
is this?
Tower doesn't quite have the damage. Being in a hide behind this. Like from our viewpoint, it's very obvious that he's standing there behind a tree. But give it to him, and TK onslaught now needs to get back to the Crystal Maiden, but doesn't quite have the damage. Do again though, up top. A big problem is they'll get the dispose, and there's no way for him to really leave. And Redpanda had that nature scratch down. That's what they just into. It's that extra damage when you're fighting like that.
This lane is a complete disaster. They need to rotate with the double damage to try to salvage things, or they can play around the mid lane. Josephon uses that DD punch White Album, but it's not very effective. First of all, it did get hurt, so less damage on that critical strike, extra 50% level 1. Your shards also got nerfed, so you can't block people as easily. Extra 400 you had that in the previous patch. I think that's a huge nerf. Not so much for the mid does, because he relies more on getting in, getting the damage done, rather than play, maybe just keeping the distance and playing same way, blocking people off from far away.
CXA gonna go down here to Redpanda. You can see the damage coming in real fast for him, and they now have level 6 available on Lulu.
It's time to stop. Stop going to this top lane.
Yeah.
It's just not worth it anymore.
Yeah, you're giving up so much. Marcy is going bad on here. Already looking like you've got so much more gold than you should have in a state lane role at this point in the game. I mean, over 1,000 gold ahead of the most. You're just setting yourself for disaster by continuing to come up towards the top. Shards. And so I will say Chosen One, despite the fact that he is down by a lot in the show, like, he's still controlling the power runes, and I think that's what's keeping power They're still up over in the mid-tier 1. Like, it could be more disastrous if Towers fight out. Balance was TK. They've got the Walrus Punch with the Arcane Curve. Onslaught away. Well, with that Arcane Curve, that's level 2, but they have the shards to get the kill on the TK and finishing blow. But that means Duke by himself. That means Duke's gonna die here. So you leave him to die once more. That's the 5th time he has gotten fight in 8 minutes.
Yeah, Coldbird not having a good time. Like, this top lane has been a complete disaster so far. So they need to play around the mid lane. I don't mind this smoke that they just did. I think they need to keep that silencer. There's still extra smoke I see on Crystal Maiden, so try to use it. Jinx might be a bit too difficult to kill, considering he does have a hood, he does have 11 magic wand charges, Ravage available, also point in it, you know, just to have it. We've seen Tidehunters saving it.
Regeneration!
Also want to plant some Deep Observer, see rotations coming out.
Got it.
Vicinity, but and while they're doing like all this wondering whether or not they want to go, Jinx, he's getting himself close to half crash. Like it's still Guardian Cruise from Tidehunter. Hands right now. Unleash you top. Ooh, still trying to get in on this, but with the help of the Crystal Maiden.
Also, an extra rotation silencer. TP top, they didn't get anything done. Ulu. This is Phase Boot, casual gloves of haste on it. Like so many small elements that allow him. Oh, like this time.
Over. Gonna come in after that. That means you just
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Stream that up. Down, you know, like.
Invisibility!
For the backstory of that, he is a streamer. I don't want to stream when I die.
Definitely not.
But I do it all the time.
White Album making his first rotation pretty much. RY will be able to get out, but it also means that they're going to take the tower.
Radiant's bottom
this
tower
game
is under attack.
Dude, it's just 2-6-0 right now.
Radiant structures.
He is not finding any space to farm and not enjoying his time. Still looking for that recovery might. There, Duke's aggressive Midases, bonus Midases,
Radiant's
and
bottom
buffering
tower is under
Midases.
attack.
There's a certain point where it does become a recovery Midas.
It's still a very long way from that recovery Midas. So
Radiant's bottom
Caroline
tower
is
is
trampled on top of, but they do have the rotation coming in from this Crystal Maiden. But it's on the province.
many new nicknames, and now they're making four-man rotation here, trying to make something happen. Like, even if they kill anyone here, it's only going to be a Redpanda or TK. So both supports. Panel did talk about it, that they don't have much tower damage. You have Doom, Tusk deals none. Or I guess Morphling has to be that guy that's going to siege the tower. But then again, you're playing into living armor.
Radiant's
so
middle
that's going to be a difficult one. Redpanda, the lane went really well for him. He's involved in 10 out of 12 kills out of Street Protector. What the hell is that?
That is a good game. That's what that is. He's having a lot of fun. Level 7, he's headed Doom, Silencer, and the Crystal Maiden in terms of levels. Oh, and he's ahead of, well, his own Primal Beast, too. Seems strong. Swipe that regen away. Probably a room that Chosen One doesn't control. They'll go to the Pulverize. The Global Silence comes in, but I don't think it's going to work out for Chosen One. Anyway, they've already got the Nova off. Snowball to extend the inevitable, and nice inevitable, but he Snowball camp. They get down here by this Crystal Maiden, and he's starting to walk away with CX right behind him. So Chosen One, at the end of the day, Crystal Maiden does die, but he survives and gets behind the Tier 1 tower. They're still looking, though, as TK down, sees him, and then, well, goes for the onslaught, tramples on top of him, and they know
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
This ward is going to get dewarded. One immediately pinged it out. I thought it might be a disaster.
Oh. E4Fed.io with the
Radiant structures are fortified.
on Aster.Aries. Feeling generous, go for the 17 return on Cyrus from China.
Dire's bottom tower is under
good
Radiant's
odds.
middle
That's
tower has fallen.
CXK
Radiant's top tower is
down
under
from
attack.
TK. It is going to be override. Then Doom.
Where's the follow-up?
On the into the Primal Beast. They're fighting this Tusk meanwhile. Chosen One on the run. They just don't have any damage to follow up out of this room. Focusing with the Frostbite, but they go to the Ravage. That lands onto two of these heroes, and they'll look over at the Doom. They finally get TK as Cry comes in to the side, but he doesn't want to fight any further.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Is dead again, and that is now the 7th time, but 7 won't be a lot better than 7 and none. And heroes here.
He's the bit.
Yeah, well, I don't know if his health bar is even ticked down with that living armor. Like, they're just hitting him with nothing.
Xiaoma. Good. 15 mat, 1 charges. Just way too much to deal with. They don't have the heroes. Maybe if this starts had more levels and he starts putting points in tech team and you can bring that hunter down when you bring numbers, it's going to be very difficult. Even puts Seeds of Serenity is HP regeneration pretty nuts right now.
You're just able to taunt like that. One of my favorite taunts in the game. That tied on Xiaoma. Didn't have like use for anything, but you just know when Tide Hunter's hitting the backstroke coming at you. Game's pretty casual.
9k gold lead, 15 minutes into the game. Recovery Midas is online. He only needs to use the courier, get the first usage of it.
Hope that he somehow gets multicast, even though he's just a Doom.
Shanksy got to steal their stacks as well.
Oh no. The recovery stacks.
Yeah, they can't do nothing about it. That's the thing. White Album's going to show up, steal the stacks from Shanksy, stealing the stacks from outsiders from China.
Okay. He gets them low and White Album kills him. That's very unfair. Considering the game.
Let's track. Ace Rune available. Bloodstone 1.
Chosen One. This is a risky proposition. I don't know if you want to be going for this. Also, he got Ravage in 25. He's tanky, and they're gonna try to go 7. And no wall forward sponge deep, trying to down. Get to go to Shanksy, drop Shanksy field. Overgrowth comes in, and that's gonna land on the 3 of these heroes. They finally drop the Doom. It's all gonna be on the Shanksy, but he's still healing up, and I don't know if he's gonna die. Global Silence comes in, he's still walking away. They're gonna chase these heroes on the side of outsiders from China. Get the go to the Crystal Lady. The outside comes in for TK. That last stuff coming up from White Out, but that's out of the first one. The pulverize that they better taking out Colbert. Now here comes the Ravage. You thought they were gonna go for a wing. No, you're just gonna die. They've got 4 kills, they lose nothing. Aster.Aries will unleash on the tower, and it all goes left. They tried to go for a Tide Hunter. It just didn't work out. He's way too tanky, living armor. Doom was available immediately. They block him off the guards, and then they start hitting him. It's still a very difficult task. We talked about Tide Hunter being by this Doom, but considering how far ahead you are, I don't think you need anymore. Guardian Greaves having that living armor, extra regeneration. Damage on their side is pretty limited as well. 2 supports, they really don't do much. Once you have that Kraken shell, you're gonna kill most of these things. You have to with the Guardian Greaves, you're gonna see that again. Look at that, just walks away. Oh, I'm field, and wait, he's already turned around and wants to get back involved. And it's actually gonna expose CXK. They've got the damage, the pulverize, the Ravage. No, they don't really go the Ravage in there. Well, they're gonna go for him again. They'll try and score. Seeds of Serenity is still killing. They're gonna go for the pulverize. I don't think he'll die again in this game, even with this caster's curse that I am laying down on him right now. Crystal Field, well, that's right under the Crystal Maiden. Cry's gonna try and get a kill on the TK, which he'll successfully do, but they've got the rebound. It's gonna land on the Morphling, and they'll find their team on the Crystal Maiden. So they will take out CM. They'll go for the Morphling, Overgrowth used. He's trying to survive. Like you said, out of mana, waveforms up onto the high ground, and find himself just some safe.
Aster.Aries, they're not stopping. They will end this game as quickly as possible. Even though they have some good cooldown with Ravage, with Overgrowth, even Marcy's ulti, but they are still keeping these fights going. Looking at this Silencer, the lowest in terms of net worth.
Or even waves, so he has no wisdom.
Here, bit of a rough one. And every single time the fight happens, you already see White Album having his Pulse Nova Global Silence comes in late. In the previous fight, he had both Heat and Cold Snow, plus a Haste Rune.
Another Haste Rune.
Yeah, so he, okay, speaking of Haste Rune, here you go. It's probably the best rune he can pick up at this point.
And trying to motivate the side of Outsiders.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant
15k down. I'm trying to find
Give him a thumbs up. You guys are doing okay.
Thumbs up and Sabot.
Right album, Arcane Rune, plus a Haste Rune, holding the Ender Shawl, plus a Cloak, so a lot of magic resistance, a lot of survivability. Let's see if he's gonna be the one picking it up. Yeah, he's gonna give it to him. Ulu, Godluck, 9-7, doesn't feel like he's gonna die. And he's like, what do I do with this casual gloves of haste that I bought for the lane? You know what? I'll just upgrade it to Armlet. He doesn't need to recover at all.
I was hoping they'd give the Aegis over to Shang-Chi, just so one time they'd finally get him past 0 health. He just respawns. Okay, now do it again. In one onslaught, it's there in time. Laid out with the kill of the Chosen One, and he's on a mega kill streak. And they've got some good power with a Diabolic Stick. Shang-Chi, he doesn't care about real. He stands, but pretty aggressive. His Arcane Curse. Serenity, no, he's actually
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Best dynamic. Yeah.
Flop up Serenity, though.
I do.
Radiant's bottom tower.
You know, Team Serenity that used to
Radiant's
exist
middle
in
tower
China.
is under attack.
Serenity that exists in Connection.
Radiant's middle tower
Seinfeld
has fallen.
reference, Serenity now.
Yeah.
For all the boomers in the chat. Right out. A bit of a low man.
Snowball, Blink, grab it. That was new Blink. That's going to land on the 4 of these. As they go to the Global Silence. It's a little bit late with the BKBB. Caught here by Hulu. Not the Crystal Maiden. It's affecting Chosen. Won't make it through the Tussle. A real one. Shang-Chi coming through from the Crystal Maiden. Shang-Chi's never going to die. Doomed, you're coming out, but he's not doomed. You're doomed. You're dead, Doomed. Redpanda, he's dominating.
Radiant's
A
bottom
Tree
tower
Protector that is dominated. And I need to learn the ways.
Radiant's
He's
bottom barracks are
Too
under
good of a
attack.
time. Good of a game for him. Like, the way this lane started, he started with the Nature's Grasp level 1. Got first blood, which
Radiant's bottom
set things up for Ulu. Looking at the hero damage, some of these damage. No.
Radiant's bottom
25 silencer actually. Drove, double stun, and that's gonna be Cry and this Crystal Maiden gun. Snowball. That'll extend the inevitable as Chosen One dies. And,
Dire's top
GG.
tower
So,
is under attack.
Aster.Aries will take game for 1 over Outsiders from China in pretty easy and quick fashion. All 3 lanes go their way, and everything else.
Kind of expected, you know, streamer sack, as you said, Aster.Aries, even though they were supposed to be relegated.
правда. Ну і цей свап позиціями, до речі, ми очікували, що край буде грати на Пускарів, я просто свапнулись, врешті-решт EchozZ грав, ну так. Але вони грали в АФК.
Just out of curiosity.
That's yours.
For me, when I was like really, okay, this will feel very, very over, it's the fight that we actually saw, one of the highlights, right? Around 16 minutes, the fashion they engaged that fight, that felt very weird. Because they go and doom the Tide, and then the Tide is very clearly going to survive and live, right?
But that's fine, it's
and
to
then,
stop him from using the Ravage. The point is,
then they
he
go
could
back
never
to Ravage
want
anyway.
to fight because it was over.
Can't move after the lanes. So, going into game 2, is there any draft change that you want to see make the mid Yoshi? What's the main thing you should definitely say, okay, that we 100% don't do again in the draft, let alone just the game later?
Don't open with Silencer, don't open with Doom, don't pick greedy heroes, pick fighting heroes. Make sure your lanes are lanes that you do not feed 18 times.
Which has, it's a bit more gameplay related. But heroes can help it, at least the laning part. Like I would say, make it easier for yourself. Sure, it like sounds simple, but more like have heroes that when you put them together, they can do something. Have a dual lane that helps each other to kill or survive, same with the safe, and then have like, you know, like all these mid pangos when you throw some hoodwink or snapfire on top. Put them together, they can kill anything. Something like this where you would naturally want to play together. Don't do this silencer here and this guy here and now you press your ult. No, I don't want to see that.
Spin facts.
Chosen one is the one person who didn't really do that bad. Right? Enemy phase was actually fine against Red Album. He was the one that they connected to a couple of times, so he can maybe play Tusk again, and we'll see if they can enable him more in the second draft, which is now available on our screens. Game number 2, Outsiders of China. They're on entire side with second pick. Aster.Aries have Raid pick. They open with the Broodmother. Yay, wonderful. So now we just need to have Outsiders from China find the responses to the very annoying. They have the Crystal Maiden. We saw this throughout the major, that a lot of teams, even when I spoke to them like off air, they were like, the answer to this is going to be the Crystal Maiden. And it was like Crystal Maiden and Pudge we started to see for like the first few days of the group stage. I don't know if Outsiders from China play the Pudge in that particular way, but at the very least, they are abreast of the meta. They have some idea of how to deal with the Spider.
It's not that good, actually. I think was what the consensus was, because it was back in the on the Gaming were playing Pudge CM, and Liquid took that, and they were playing Pudge CM, and then they got owned. They were like, this sucks, actually. And then everyone in the major just kind of collectively decided, we're just going to ban Brood because we can't figure out the answer to it.
If people went away from the Pudge, I feel like it worked like a few games, and then it was like, oh, you need to play, I don't know, you need to play the lane a bit different. You poke, and then you kill him before he gets ring, and then you kill him again before he has Vanguard, where people stepped away from it. I would say the CM itself is good when you pair it with like some of these other heroes. Predominantly we Slark. Naga can work too. So obviously these matchups are swingy. It's not like some, oh, I pick Naga against Brood, game's over. It's because now Brood. So it's like a, I would say it's a good change from Outsiders. Like their opening now gives me a bit more comfort than.
My only issue is, I feel like some of the Brood players I've spoken to don't mind the Naga matchup so much, just because you sort of just farm away from her and she doesn't have a threat, or she has to go like a point in net, and it's whatever. And they've gotten the response here with Leshrac. So Naga's going to want to buy stuff like Mage Slayer to be able to fight into that. But I'm sure they're also thinking in their heads, we want the Radiance buffed, or I don't know what they really want. I feel like he's actually going to struggle a lot more, especially because Brood plus Mesh is, again, this tempo, and they just showed that they're very incapable of holding on to like their timing.
I'm mostly just worried about how quickly their map can disappear between these two heroes. When you have little space to play with, Naga side is heroes that can be like, well, I'll use a small part of the map, then I'll go fight. But she needs a lot of time and space as well, so need to see the rest from Outsiders of China to see where the tempo is going to come from to try and keep this Lesh Brood at bay. So they ban out Primal Beast, there's no Snapfire either, no Pango, no Batrider. Who do we want to see as the first support for Aster.Aries? Because they're going to have to reveal that fairly shortly. Let's still here. Tusk workout, Tree is thankfully gone, but way too strong with the left back we saw in the last game.
You know what's I liked that Talon was playing it. I really like Elder.
Yeah, that's Talon.
I saw it a few times. It looked better than I thought it would.
Damn.
And he got buffed.
I really liked it because it made these Agi heroes feel so, and like it pressured a lot. I mean, the way Talon were running it reinvigorated my belief of the hero. And into this Naga, I feel like you can make her game impossible.
think ET as a hero, he works one of two ways, where either he has purpose because, I don't know, you lane against some hero that has summons where you just like it, or B, you play like around this like spirit where you have some Zeus who just keep dishing out damage. Something else I can see them pick in the next phase is, we've seen it before against Naga, your typical boss 4 hero. You can take some Lion who's just gonna get fat, help the Brood in the lane, zap some illusion, make the Naga harder. And one more thing, you mentioned the Radiance. I feel even though the item got buffed, it's not good in a lot of games because every offlaner just wants to build pipe, they want to build mech keys, and Radiance is the type of item that it only has value in prolonged fights. It's the same with like pipe and mech, they just completely counteract your fighting timing. And Naga needs so much time, and when you lose like your first 2 Radiance timing fights, you're gonna feel horrible.
I haven't enjoyed seeing Radiance so far when it is, even though
it's way cheaper, and Udo, funnily enough, on the side of Aster.Aries, he plays a lot of the Radiance carries. He plays these Nagas, he plays these Spectres, he's rating as well. He's probably not going to play it in this game. Outside of just go for the Rubik. There's some... I'm mixed about this, right? Actually, I don't mind the Rubik just by itself in isolation, but I don't know, these dual range, some she supports, none of them is going to go forward for you and create more interference. I like to see that approach from outside of the CN, given how game 1.
if they pick good calls for it, I think it's fine. Because they're still like pretty high nuking damage spellcasters, which are gonna get you kills on the map. So as long as their next picks are not like, I don't know, I'm gonna pick a Nukuma, and then I would want to shoot myself instantly.
In Minecraft.
In Minecraft. If they don't do that, and they pick something that can play, like, I know the Primal's banned, but just had picked a Primal on phase, I'd be like, wonderful, perfect, fantastic, everything is coming together.
Get some sustain here from the side of Aster.Aries. Can't get it with the Shield Protector, but they always do this, Hezu. If White Album is playing Leshrac, they will have at least one hero that has a sustain spell to make sure that he doesn't fight. Now it's going to be the Sunray coming in from the Phoenix. Not as easy as the trees, so that does leave some opportunities outside of some CN. What do you want to see them pair this with to ensure that the team fight aspect of this hero does work out as well?
They play this Phoenix as a 4 or 5, but I think anything else that gives you some type of stun, I think it's fine. So it's not just this Lesh on its own. Yeah, I would say that this is pretty chill. They're still open whether they're the 4 or 5. But I do think for outsiders, like when you see this, so you have Lesh with, I mean, we've seen it before. Lesh gets enabled with more tankiness, right? He has a Sunray behind him. There's going to be Brood auras. Naga isn't going to damage. Rubik CM need other people in front of them to do it too. So if they don't respond in the next 2 picks to like kind of break this Lesh from just really running in, you're gonna see a repeat of game 1 where White Album just 8 clicks, enemy base, hands off keyboard, and kills everyone.
Yeah. Don't have to worry that much about it. This is the crucial pick here, the 18th pick. We've seen many times in the past that this is a pick that allows you to sort of break what the opponent is doing to you. Anything stand out to you, Sheep, that's going to allow them to fulfill the same role that EchozZ was mentioning now?
Kind of annoying, because like my brain, like, oh yeah, Mars, but I really don't want to ever see Mars again. I would.
Congratulations!
You called it.
Unlucky, unlucky. I'm sorry, guys. It's just every game is a good Mars game, especially when you're a bad team, because he just gives you like the most easy to execute fight in the entire world. I'm
10
sorry.
seconds remaining.
I mean, the hero, I feel like the hero sometimes baits you, because the hero itself, like, it can make your draft feel good. But one of the biggest issues this hero runs into is like a lack of damage. And we already talked about it before the pick, that's something they need to adjust and deal with. And this hero does not do that. It gives you more control. And so yeah, I'm not, even against Phoenix alone, like Sunray and Egg always kind of break your team fight too. So
10 seconds
it's not the type of hero I would have liked. So unless their last pick really, hits the slot, I'm worried for them.
Here's what's gonna happen. They're gonna just get this arena, like, alright, time to fight, smoke up with the support from Mars. They're gonna run at someone, maybe they land the arena, maybe they get a kill. But meanwhile, like, 2 other cores on Aster are like farming, some sorts taking mid, everyone's getting money, the net worth is increasing. Suddenly there's a 5k net worth lead. Mars continues to smoke off cooldown on his ult, and then he has nothing. And he has a blink, and he's got half a BK. And Naga's like, I don't want to fight. Yeah, I can't fight into this. This Leshrac is too powerful. I need something that deals with him. And then they're just sad because they can't fight, and then they lose.
Spoilers! Spoiler alert.
Everyone get out now.
I've seen this. I've watched this happen 100 times now. It is so upsetting. The only way I would possibly have any hope for him is if, like, at 10 minutes we tune into his items and he has, like, an omelet or a deso. And he's just like, yeah, I'm gonna carry.
I do think you're definitely right that if he goes the usual Blink KB route, this is not going to be the kind of game he'll find much success, because damage is going to be hard to come by. Aster.Aries, they now grab themselves the Ember Spirit. It's intriguing that they do this, because last season, or last tour, a lot of the teams would not pick Ember if there was already Crystal Maiden in the game. So this is them being like quite confident. And it also means, Kezu, that the lead track is most likely going into the safe lane for Ulu, and then Ember Spirit goes mid. Or is it vice versa? Do you want to see safe lane Ember?
No, I think the carry Lash is good. It also, once again, it helps your clock to the 5, which then allows the Brood to have a better lane, because it means the Phoenix can be up there. So not only help the Brood, but slow down the Naga a bit. So for them, it also then, again, it gives you like this playability together. At some point, the Ember can chain, so the Phoenix deals damage with Sunray. You have the clock 2, another guy off going in. Yeah.
See here, Tiny is going to be the final response coming in from Outsiders from China as the 24 pick of the draft. Alright, does this give them salvation? Because they are going to be putting the Mars into the offlane, of course, which does slow down the swamp, but Tiny will be able to make up some of the difference early on. You were worried about them making moves with only the Mars being in effect. Now you have the Tiny, right? There's some more damage, isn't there, She?
Yeah, no, legit, I think this Tiny pick is really good. I think, like Kezu brought up multiple times, they just didn't have spells that, like, worked together or did anything in this game. This game, they have really good, like, that. They just have, they can fight together. They have heroes that are really happy to keep skirmishing, will cool down spells, lots of brawling. They can actually capitalize on that and run a clinic where Naga is able to hit her timings. Then, yeah, this draft looks
Okay, what's your confidence, Kezu, in this particular draft? Or rather, what odds would you give to the side of Outsiders of China being able to take game over 2?
7.
7?
7%. For them to win.
He's gonna say out of 100?
No, like, I think what's gonna happen is, even though their draft is better and they do have more playability, I just see this game at 14, 15, 16 minutes. Brood gets an aura item. He has 3 levels in Sunray. Lash goes in. And it's like the same thing. You see people have 3 DP games. When these heroes aren't stopped, they just demolish the game. And they did not answer Lish, in my opinion, so he's gonna run him over.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe this is just a Tundra situation. Went into the breach, stop noobs.
Yeah.
Maybe that was first game, but then Tundra came back and won anyway. So maybe they're gonna be owning.
There we go.
Yep.
We want Outsiders from China to be owning so that we can go to a game 3, the first deciding game of the day. To find out, we send it over to our incredible casting duo. We have the Lush Lacoste, we have the Bushy Beaker. Take it away, gentlemen.
Thank you very much. I'm gonna but I'm gonna see if Outsiders from China can take game 2. I don't know if I have the confidence they do to have a game 3. Lacoste agree with me more so than their end.
Better draft for sure than what they had in the previous game. No cooldowns. They can keep fighting Naga. You know, gonna do Naga things. Keep farming until she is ready to join. My issue is something that Keza talked about. Is this Leshrac is not addressed at all, and then you have Sunray, you have Broodmother with the aura items. It's just gonna be extremely difficult. Like, where's the damage gonna come from? Sure, you have like Rubik with the Fade Bolt, you have Tiny's combo, but I'm not sure if that's gonna be enough to bring down Leshrac. As a carry who comes online extremely fast with the Bloodstone, you buy a casual cloak just to have a little bit more magic resistance.
The battle
it needs to be careful here.
I'm interested in the fact that they did give Ulu the Leshrac. Very not the Aster.Aries way. He's got Leshrac and then White Elm on another one of those covered heroes. He kind of dominates these two. Like, those are his top 2 comes to being over mid. See what he can do. His Broodmother as well. That'll be interesting to see as Shanxi, he died in the last game. Don't think he'll die in this game unless he wins himself.
That's a bold statement. I like his item. Full slippers, double slip.
That's still not enough slippers. Has 8 legs.
Yeah,
so you need 2 more slippers purchases so you can have yourself 8 total slippers. I think that should really... Double Redpanda though, is this like gonna be the thing? looking out for as we drive through the second tour?
Sometimes one, sometimes two, but I like this bottom lane from Aster.Aries. You have setup for leverage stun, especially once you hit that level 2. Even though there is lift from Rubik, you're still most likely gonna die, and you already see Mars struggling to get anything done in this lane.
He's getting zoned out by TK on this clock. I'm CXK. Able to grab himself a couple CS. So, do what he can, but he dominated the first game, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see a little bit more of that, especially as now they put themselves the lightning storm. They have the lockdown, they should have the right clicks, and they'll give first play to TK. That maybe Ulu would grab it for the second game in a row, but it is Aster.Aries who do it both games.
TK now level 2, probably taking. Do I need power cogs? Do I want to have Rocket a bit more extra damage to finish them off? Coldbird, they were rough on. Same goes as the previous game when he played Doom.
Redpanda, he died early in the first game, giving up that kill after first one. He does it again, but that means that there's going to be a trade for Shanks. And this is kind of how he started getting rolling in the first game, where Redpanda would die, he'd get a trade, and all of a sudden, while he's on 3, 4, 5, and rolling out of control. Maybe as well. White Album. We get one once more. A matchup. I can see White Album dominate quite a bit.
It's just hero to hero matchup. I've seen teams picking Tiny into Ember, so you have like always the burst damage. It's Tiny from the mid lane. It's like cheap damage. You have everything. You have good scaling. You have control early on. And now we see Crystal Maiden gonna refill Tiny's bottom mid lane.
Radiant's
in terms of CS, he's doing good. 15-6 against 12-4 on Ember Spirit, but Ember still has a full 3 to work with.
Of course.
Not great for TK losing those boots on the career. He's trying to run up and catch up with this battery itself. There is that CXK telekinesis. So he'll have to wait on those boots. That his impression's not going to be as consistent. White Album is on the tower. So water of Blightstone, so just trying to lower that armor.
Very effective against Tiny. Tiny sitting at 0 armor. He's not close to the tower until he gets his level 6. Once you go to minus, it's a damage. Talked about Shanks. He's the one that is having a really good time as Broodmother. Same goes previous game. Double rate band with the speed. Not really affect, even with all these nerfs to Broodmother, she still is a strong offlane hero. I don't think the nerfs yeah, considering max movement speed has been decreased, the charges restore time, and the spiraling's lifetime decreased. So nothing too crazy. You still build into Guardian Greaves, but as a hero in terms of laning, you're extremely strong. You're looking to get that level 6, then you push people out of the lane, you get solo kills, you can collapse on a mid tower easily once that tier 1 tower from the offlane falls.
No, that Guardian Greaves, despite nerfs, is still that like offlane standard from what we've been.
Crystal Maiden gonna drop top, doesn't have anything left in the tank.
Yeah, no way to get away from Shanks, and that's another kill for him. Really has not stopped coming from game 1 to 2, and immediately puts his attention back on the Greaves, back on Cry, and back into dominating this. For stop again, and a 1K lead so far for Aster.Aries. Out of control, but
choose Shank. Why don't we just keep doing this? Die, repeat, refill the bottle on the mid lane for Chosen One. Chosen One with those 2 bottle refills, pretty good. Put more pressure on it. White Album needs to be a bit more careful. Only 1 point in Flame Guard.
Still letting the Mars. They have the cogs, they have the control. They might lose TK, but it should result in a trade. He'll get the kill, landing the stun on the Mars once more. So Coldbird in trouble as they've got Shang-Chi chasing Cry, who's going after Panda. Just does not have the damage to get the kill there onto the Phoenix.
All red level 5. That's gonna be very difficult. If Phoenix stays away from XP, Redpanda is going for the rune. Let's see which one it's gonna be. It's gonna be bottom or Keen, White Album.
Not a double damage or a haste. Chosen one. Battery assault. Cogs losses it away from the tower, so a free escape for TK. Meanwhile, the Crystal Maiden.
Double
Oh,
he got one.
Okay. Half as bad as it could have been. That would have been awful. Die in front of two bunnies.
Things are falling apart again for outsiders from China. Two supports not making a rotation on time. Also, one support dying. They also killed enemy mid laner. And keeping mid, White Album.
You've got the Crystal Maiden bottom going for Ubu. And so no, but doesn't plan.
Dire's middle tower
is
under attack.
Because they're going mid again on the Chosen One. They're looking to get this kill on the Tiny a little bit back to back if they can. TP in the Rubik, they've got the fire rocket. As well as the Icarus dive, the rocket comes in, the Fate Bolt's there. White Album with a sleight of fist. Chosen One still on the right Album dying here. And Avalanche, she's on Ray with a toss. They get the kill White Album instead. Chosen One still running, but eventually dying to Redpanda. TK comes to the CXK to the tower and should be
Dire's top
run
tower
down this
is under
Rubik,
attack.
but with the battery assault hitting these creeps, it gives Rubik a chance to survive and
Phoenix is
get
gonna pull down.
damage.
For another 5 seconds. Rocket will
Dire's
scout
middle
things
tower
out.
is under attack.
Let's see if they can make something happen out of this. Way too greedy from White Album. Like he wanted to, he was chasing Tiny for such a
Dire's
long.
top tower is under attack.
Did not want to use another. I think Fire Remnant could have finished him off.
Tower
Just Fire Remnant and another right. But wait for too long. Right. Now in trouble.
Successful. Trying to stop it. They're back for me once again. And the Rubik ends up surviving 2 wave with the battery assault going. Now they're on the Crystal Maiden. Not the same case this time. Chosen One will drop the board, but really, I don't know if that's going to be worth it. Try to get a kill on TK, who survives the Avalanche Toss combo. And back and forth, the Fade Bolt from the CXK to get the kill. They got the Deer Chain. Spider Wings coming in on the Chosen One. Light of Fist, Remnant forward, gets the kill on the 1 and 2. CXK drops as well.
Aster.Aries controlling all the power runes, 6 minute, 8 minute, 2 big ones, and this is what we talked about. Mother taking an early turn 1 tower top, moving to the mid lane. They get the double kill from it, they get the tower. So rotation-wise so far, Aster.Aries has been on point. Shang-Chi. This is going to be some insane timing on Mech/Guardian Greaves. We did mention, and Peno also talked about it. This, we still haven't seen Lashrak in action. He's been farming. This is carry Lashrak we're talking about. So that means that he's gonna come online, doesn't want to join as much as mid Lashrak, so we're gonna wait for his buff zone to come and then start joining fights. 2 towers already gone. Try looks very dead here. Level 6, no point in the song.
And Fire Spirit, Sleight of Fist with the Spiderlings, but Redpanda is going to be the one who gets the kill, and it's 11-4 already, so this is looking all Aster.Aries.
I'm looking to wait and come back into the game. Again, it's pretty similar to what happened in the previous one, where they need to start playing a bit more active in the numbers, maybe even bring an extra hero.
White Album dying gets a quick killing spree after he died over mid. Like, he's right back on it.
Got that double kill from a mid lane, double face boots on both the laners right now. This cheap damage from Ember Spirits. Sleight of Fist maxed out. Conversion to face boot. Crystal Maiden not gonna have a good time. Chosen One holding the high ground. Let's see maybe Redpanda wants to get there. While they're also protecting the stairs, so Croc can get some farm.
If about to be level 6, that means they'll have hook shot, a bit of a long range initiation. 6K he'll still pulse Nova, but they'll his life. And there is really nowhere for him to go as Ooh gets a kill. Hook shot, picked up. Level 6, they go to the arena, they land the spear, but damage coming into the Crystal Maiden. Ooh's got a double kill. And with that, they should be able to push into the tier 1 tower and get a last for 1.
I swear, I have not seen a good Mars performance in last This hero just felt so
Radiant's
lackluster.
middle
Doesn't
tower
have
is
damage.
under attack.
Better played from the off lane, better played from the mid lane. He always needs like an extra off, like even the full item to be as efficient as some other mid laners.
Redpanda's dead immediately.
Radiant's middle tower
Put in a
is under
position where he
attack.
might have been able to get himself into a supernova, but telekinesis remnant away. Catch White Album. Meanwhile, Shang Xi's taking the tier 2 tower up in the top lane.
Raquel on position 5. They lost the tier 2
Dyer's top
tower.
tower
Not a
is
good
falling.
trade in my opinion. I'm no expert by any means.
Yeah, the economics of that may outweigh the process of the 7K lead. Aster.Aries. I mean, it's more just the game 1 plan, right?
Pretty much. This time around, they need to get inside the... I'm not sure what they're supposed to farm. The way I've seen teams like teams play against the Broodmother, because once she takes over your jungle, you need to push her out, because you need to bring numbers. You need to have 3-4 heroes. They do have a lot of stuns.
Toss TK that looks shot to the tree. This is something we got. What?
Dyer's middle tower is under attack.
He just kind of like slided and so made it. I don't know if I just didn't see that they were low or.
No, I was watching Clockwork because they were making a move on
Yeah.
it, and then one slide crystal made it suddenly dead. So this is the big timing. Guardian Greaves about to be fitted into 100 gold stone as well on last track. You can expect them to kill 2 towers. They can also open up the Roche if they feel like it.
Still 17. Kind of sustained. Said, talked about it. Blue finally on bottom lane. Farming top. He's got that bloodstone. Crystal Maiden still level 5. That is not great. One more creep to be level 6.
You're just a hater. Yeah, I was about to say 1 CS away from level 6. Steal it from your carry. It's
Yeah,
fine.
of course. That's the way it's done. Hook shot. Group on the mid. Goes in 1. The avalanche as well. TK taking a lot of damage real quick. Freezing field is down, trying to kill the chosen one as DXK still in the remnants. Now he's got the searing chains. Whiteout needs to be careful for the spear, and he chases on as they do get the kill on a White Album. But just there for Aster.Aries.
White Album, this is the second time. It seems like Arcane Rune is his nemesis. Every single time he picks it up, dies.
He dies, yeah. I've got a lower cooldown, so I just force my way in. And
Maybe he thinks it also lowers the cooldown on Death Timer by 30%.
that would be a cool rune. An necrotic rune. Okay. So telekinesis coming through as well. But there are no competitors in it right now. White Album back into the fray, Sunray, and Fateful, which won't do enough to get through the scenes. And they will go for Crystal Maiden. Faces on the Crystal Nova's might have missed the damage out on the CX force enough to get killed. And Redpanda's got a double.
They need to fall back immediately. Losing only 2 supports, it's fine. Arena doesn't connect, so they don't kill anyone. Mars, he's have a hook, but no sentries.
Radiant structures are fortified.
TP out.
I love that DK has Radiance queued up on his Clockwork. Probably not gonna go for it. Maybe eventually, if this game lasts for another 30 minutes. It seems like he wants to build. There's not a magical damage on their side. One pipe also being built by Shang Xi, so
Guys gotta communicate this.
Should be the one getting the Radiance, huh?
Yeah.
I can't buy any more team items.
Hook shot. And Cogs on a spider. That means chosen one's gonna die. TK. That's more gold for the Radiance. I think he maybe sees the Brood Mother's building his own
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Ooh, Redpanda losing shards. That means Sunray during Supernova. Cruising field once again. White Album, Remnant, damage, and there's the kill. Hurt as well as Spear connects with Sunray, and the Fire Spirits burning away the life of this Mars. Top lane, your 3 being taken. I've seen these odds before. I'll do by Esports.io. I feel like they're almost the same as they ever were.
Pretty much. I don't want to get downer, but I don't see them making a comeback play. They have 2 good heroes. It's all about the execution. Toss back, spear, push them into tier 4 towers,
and then
plus a lift as well. So
okay. And then
make it a fountain, and then fountain does the job.
Nope, it's not that strong. I wish it would. Fountain should have True Strike and very high pure damage. Yes. Hookshot, Crystal Maiden. Well, TK trying to farm that gold for the Radiant, so he needs to get this kill, but won't be able to do so with CSK. Needs to throwing him away.
Tiny still doesn't have a Blink Dagger. That's a big one for me. 17 minutes into the game. 200 gold away. Just use it. Get some gold, and this is the second game in a row where they don't manage to kill tier 1 safe lane enemy tower.
Yeah. I will say Aster.Aries could have rotated.
Radiant's
bottom tower has fallen. I think that's the first tower they've lost all series.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
These trades are not equivalent. I don't know if outsiders from China ever watched Full Metal Alchemist. It's about equivalent exchange, and they are not making any of that.
Last trade that I remember is they traded tier 2 tower for position 5. Book, not good. And now they're trading tier 1 tower for Roche.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
You said he's not a Hulu as well. Same goes for previous team. They're having pretty much White Apple, the only corner. No song. Oh, wait. Hook shot, not connect. No ban.
Avalanche toss for Panda as 36% for Chance C. In field, puts on right side. And for that's one miss. It's team to prepare to get these kills. Maybe even a good
Rune of invisibility.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Low, but come through.
All place is his.
But it's searing chain, burning him out while the spider ones are there a bit more.
Dire's
They get themselves a mega streak Redpanda.
I'm still thinking about Clockwork. It's pretty impressive that he was not able to cancel this. The hook shot onto the creeps, battery assault, and he catches inside the cogs and doesn't get hit by battery, which is pretty insane timing overall.
Scale. Hook shot on the Mars. The stun follow for and the stun ray burn for Redpanda is unstoppable. When's the last time? And I know. When was the last time you saw a support get on link or beyond God on swipe bin, steering chains? There's a kill from TK and White Album. Ooh, as he just sort of full mana will always be nice to have as well.
And this seems like it might be it. They pull off the combo that we talked about, tossed underneath the tier 4 tower, so they do get the kill.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Back right
Dire's middle barracks are under attack.
I would almost say he died on
purpose.
purpose.
Has fallen.
Still gonna respect it.
Yeah, they're trying to set up another fight so Redpanda can go beat him.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
obviously
attack.
That's the big brain play.
Sometimes I don't even know how my head holds this. Redpanda. He's got this really expensive item queue. Salve. It is, it's I don't know when
position 4 has Radiance queued up. Someone needs to
Radiant
buy
are scanning.
some sounds.
He's actually changed it to Boots of Bearing. That's
Of course,
disappointing, TK.
of course he did. He wants to end the game as soon as possible because that's what a farm for him after 40 minutes.
Toss, and they're also going to take out his drum, so that Boots of Bearing is going to slow down Gigabyte. Go to the arena, though, try to run. Hook shot from TK, still surviving. Freezing field, suffering, and TK
Still alive.
Avalanche, and the damage isn't there. Redpanda gets another his wicked sick, and dominating spree in a GG call, and it will be a 2-0 for Aster.Aries.
Aster.Aries, they feel they did stick together as a team, even though the results were not the greatest. But this team has potential. This team, I could see them cause some upsets as well. It's all about